Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XFW Sudden Death. That is not supposed to be playing yet. Thank you for joining us. Some of my set here is still loading in progress. We've been plagued the past few weeks with some upgrades. There we go. Things are now up and running. Welcome to Sudden Death. Ladies and gentlemen, the tip jar is already moving. Thank you guys that have already hit the like and the share buttons. And those folks that are spreading the word of XFW, thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot coming for you tonight. However, I do need to make one announcement. Dirk Webb was unable to join us tonight as previously stated. And it seems Dirk Webb finally stuck his nose where it did not belong. If you want to understand, Dirk Webb's car was in an accident on the way here. Thank you, Adam. And it seems it may have been premeditated. We'll find out more about that once I'm able to talk to Dirk to see, in fact, what's going on with him. And more. Ryan Feeney, thank you for liking the stream. Hopefully tonight, XFW Sudden Death will go off without a hitch. XFW Danger Zone last night, we had a catastrophic failure. Near the end of the program, I had to step away. I've been suffering from a little bit of a sore throat this past few days. And screaming at the microphone, calling the matches for you guys, only aggravates it, but I'm not going to give up. J.R. Richmond, thank you for liking the stream. But I stepped away, played some commercials, came back, and everything was upended, everything was busted, everything was wrong, and someone told me they'd seen Glee once again inside the studio as I stepped into the bathroom, folks. So we're trying to Glee-proof the studio here to make sure it doesn't happen. James Shaw, thank you for liking the stream. But again, Dirk Webb in some sort of vehicular accident, and from what we understand, it seems like it was almost premeditated. Someone shot out for Dirk to make sure he wasn't here in the studio tonight. We'll find out more about that. But folks, we're going to get down to action. We're kicking things off. XFW Sudden Death with Vader versus Vader. To kick things off right now, XFW Sudden Death starts this instant. And here comes Casey Vader, the leader of the Wolfpack here in XFW. The man that claims to be the head of the family. But as of late has been having a little bit of pushback from his nephew, Tyson, who is severely taken to the lifestyle of a professional wrestler and wishes to pursue that instead of the quote-unquote family business. But Casey Vader signing a contract after these two have been in each other's business more so than normal, attacking each other inside and outside the ring. And tonight they will clash in an Extreme Rules match. And if Casey wins, young Tyson has to go back to the family business, give up his dreams as a wrestler. And folks, this is all Casey's fault. He brought Tyson Vader into XFW. He brought him along. Tyson Vader probably never would have stepped foot inside a wrestling ring if it wasn't for his uncle Casey. And now, damned if Tyson didn't take a joy to the professional wrestling life, the excitement, the competition, and it didn't sit well. And here comes young Tyson Vader now. The man that calls himself the Lone Wolf. Young Tyson Vader. Tyson Vader, I like to call him the breakout star of the Wolfpack, folks. This young man is outstanding inside the ring. Martial arts background, the high-flying moves that he pulls off are such a drastic change from the brawl-in-your-face ballroom tactics of the rest of his family. His father and other uncle were arrested many, many months ago due to their extracurricular activities, I shall say. Something to do with the Vader delivery service is what I'm going to call it. Dirk Webb has instructed me not to say exactly what's going on. I know it had a lot to do with Dalton Adams, the sergeant who used to be here at XFW, who followed the Wolfpack here. All right, folks. Sudden Death about to kick off, and here we go. Tyson Vader and Casey starting things off, and young Tyson kicking away, and Casey cuts him off. And now a takedown by Casey Vader. Casey easily with a size and strength advantage over his nephew, now taking an early lead in this contest. And again, folks, this is Extreme Rules. Tyson with a counter, and now, jeez, criminies, unloading with a plethora of rights and lefts and a backhand, but Casey again overpowering. Casey now off the ropes, pail of a right hook, just decimated young Tyson. Casey hoists him back up, wild swing again. Tyson dodges out of the way, double leg takedown, and now Tyson with repeated right hands to his uncle, delivering shots right to the forehead. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight here at XFW and Bloodsport 6 Streaming. As Sudden Death kicks off, we've got a lot of matches coming your way tonight again. Our main event, the Destroyer versus the Eliminator, in a career versus career match, very much similar to what's going on right now, as these two, as young Tyson's career is on the line. And he has stated if he beats his uncle, he wants Casey out of XFW. He wants to pursue his full-on professional wrestling career and leave the family business, as both men now are on the outside. Casey in a prone position. Tyson already with a steel chair. Here comes Casey, and a shot right across the top of the head. Tyson levels his uncle. Casey dodging out of the way. Casey hoists him up on belly suplex on the arena floor. Casey Vader now laying down a shot with that steel chair, and another one. And a third to the back now from Casey. That is blood. That is family. But it shows you how much more the business means than blood in the Vader clan. Tyson again with a side rush on leg sweep, drops his uncle, almost landing on top of that chair. And now sends him into the barricade. As someone in our group already said, our chat room, the old school style barricades used tonight for Sudden Death. This was something a lot of the wrestlers asked for. They wanted the old school ones, and folks, sometimes those are more devastating than the barricades, a little bit of foam on them. Those are just steel barricades. Right now, Tyson pulling up a table. Here comes Casey. Casey catches him, drives an elbow to the knee. Tyson sent into the steel steps at ringside. As the referee watches on, the referee can do nothing at it. Referee Joe Garrett, the referee for XFW tonight for Sudden Death. Mike Couture taking some time off. Casey dodging out of the way there, avoiding a shot. Sends him again into those steel barricades. And now right hands, delivered by Tyson Vader. And again, these are family, folks. These two, Tyson with the steel steps. Is he going to try this? Is he going to try this right to the middle of the spine of his uncle, Casey? Swings again. Casey dodging out of the way. I can only imagine what Thanksgiving dinner is like with these guys. If these two will do this to each other, can you imagine holiday gatherings? Casey shoving Tyson. Oh, his head colliding with the side of that wooden table ringside. Casey back inside now trying to collect his thoughts, shake off the cobwebs. Tyson is litting him up. Casey going right back outside now to finish the job. To get Tyson. Tyson blasted the back of his head, colliding with those steel steps. Tyson fires right back. Casey shins colliding with the remnants, the leftovers of those steel steps. Tyson sends him back inside. Both men now back inside the squared circle. Tyson looking for a cover. His destiny in his own hands right now, and Casey gets the shoulders up almost instantaneously. Tyson getting back up. Casey walks on and drives him down. Choke slam into a backbreaker, but young Tyson gets the shoulder up. Brutal impact there by Uncle Casey. Tyson now in trouble. Tyson trying to get back to his feet. Tyson with a counter DDT drives Casey down to the canvas. Casey with a shot. Tyson! Oh my dear Lord! Tyson Vader Insaguri. His uncle crashes down through the table at ringside. Tyson now throwing him back inside. What a happenstance for Tyson Vader. his uncle off the ropes, off the apron. Got him up on the shoulders now. GTS delivers the shot right to the top of the head. Does Tyson Vader, didn't get all of it, but got enough. He's got a cover. Tyson Vader. Tyson Vader. Tyson Vader just won and defeated his uncle. Tyson Vader will continue to wrestle in XFW. Tyson Vader victorious. Now to see if the Wolfpack lives up and leaves Tyson alone. There's the shot right there, folks. And Inseguri and Casey falling to the outside through that table really set up the win for Tyson Vader. Tyson Vader victorious tonight on XFW Sudden Death, the first of many of our matches tonight. What a match and what a way to start off XFW. I'm going to tell you, folks, I'm a little skeptical about my streaming stuff tonight. Again, you see, oh, there we go. Some of the programming slow to start here in XFW tonight. It always makes me nervous. We had a big crash last night during Danger Zone. My streaming software and our apparatus here in the studio was working perfectly fine all day, even during our pre-show. But now we're having a couple hiccups, and I apologize if we go off the air. We will be back on. We'll get everything. Even if I got to do a damn hard reboot, we will continue Sudden Death tonight. But Tyson Vader victorious over his uncle Casey, and now, as the contract stated that they both signed, Tyson Vader will be able to continue his pursuit of professional wrestling, and Casey gets to go back to run the family business. What is in fact he wanted, just doesn't have his nephew with him. Now, some folks in our chat room already said, will Casey hold up to his end of the deal? Tyson's going to have to watch behind his back. These are all very true statements, folks, as we've seen in the past that Casey Vader and the rest of his brood do not really care to follow rules or guidelines, no matter who they're set by, unless they're their rules. And we saw how well that worked out for Tyson Vader in the past, but right now, as it stands, he's got a clear shot to become a full-time professional wrestler here in XFW, and we're happy to have him. Tyson Vader is an outstanding star. Now, folks, just as we started tonight, there was a little footage playing. We're going to start this right now as this is coming into play. Earlier tonight, Morgan Steiner was in the back prepping T. Adams for her championship match tonight. And then, out of nowhere, Seth Walker, who's not on the card tonight, showed up and delivered a right hand to Morgan Steiner. Now, Morgan Steiner is 70 years old, and then watch this footage here. Seth Walker laying in chair shots to his, now I guess, former manager, Morgan Steiner. Now, we've heard Dirk Webb talk about this, folks. We know that there was an issue going on. And right here, Seth Walker delivering that brutal slam to Morgan Steiner. And this all stems from the fact that Steiner has been giving all his time to Tia Adams and none of the rest of the entourage. None of the other groups in Steiner's stable have gotten any time. And then this, folks, this here, the nail on the coffin. Right here, Steiner powerbombed into the locker rooms in the back. And from what I understand, they've taken Morgan Steiner to a hospital facility near up, but this means Tia Adams will be out on her own tonight. She will not be brought to the ring by Morgan Steiner. Could this change the scope of her championship title match later on tonight? We don't know. But right now, we're going to head down to ringside as a rivalry that has sparked up over the past few weeks possibly comes to an end. As the new kid on the block, Brody Daniels, claims that there's no room in XFW for the old wrestlers. And by that, he means Carl Ellis. Mary Barrett, thank you for liking the stream. But right now, Brody Daniels, Carl Ellis next on XFW Sudden Death. And here comes Brody Daniels.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Jersey
Brody Daniels making his way down to ringside. The former XFW Internet Champion making his way out. Rick Fletcher, you tell Giovanni we said hello right back. And thank you guys for tuning in to XFW Sudden Death. Giovanni, we hope you enjoy the program and hope you stay up to watch it in its entirety. We did not have our Facebook alerts on. We did not have this on. There we go. Can't go out without our alerts on. And here comes the in-ring general.
At 243 pounds,
the in-ring general, Crusher Carl Ellis, making his way out to ringside. The multi-time champion Carl Ellis is making his return to XFW after being away from professional wrestling for over 12, going on 13 years. Marshall Foskett, thank you for liking the stream. And again, welcome everyone to XFW Sudden Death, match number 2 of the evening. Carl Ellis colliding with Brody Daniels after Daniels repeatedly telling Ellis, you've got no need to come back to wrestling, stay away, it is a new blood's time. Darren Robinson, thank you for liking the stream. Johnny Ivan, we did have an update on Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. Dirk Webb covered that in the web report. Bad Boy Marshall Sweet will be returning early April to XFW action. If you want to understand, possibly as soon as next week on XFW programming, there's an Insiguri from Brody Daniels leveling down the ring general, Carl Ellis. Now a neckbreaker from Daniels, driving down Ellis, and I'll kick to the back. Brody Daniels upset that Ellis has returned, saying he's taking up a much-needed spot on the roster for our new wrestler, and he doesn't need to come back. He doesn't need to take that one last shot at glory. He says he's a spotlight hog, but quite frankly, folks, I enjoy watching Ellis. He is an absolute brilliant tactician inside the ring. And even though he has got 20-plus years on Brody Daniels, he keeps up the pace, he keeps up the speed, and there is one hell of a spine buster delivered by the Crusher, which may have actually crushed a couple vertebrae of Brody Daniels. Crusher picks him up, drives the knee into the midsection. Brody Daniels with an Irish whip. Goes for, whoa! Hoists up the Crusher, drops him down right on the back of his neck. Brody Daniels sent out tonight to make a statement. There's a DDT. We got a cover. Joe Garrett right in the roll there, right in the spot to make that count. But Ellis gets right back up and then delivers a forearm right to the face of Brody Daniels. Daniel Lopez, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to XFW. Ellis, with a clothesline, carried himself right over Daniels and he missed and drove himself right into the top rope. And now Daniels capitalizing, delivering a number of left hands right to the temple of the Crusher. Brody Daniels hoisting him up, Crusher again with a shot, and now a clothesline up and over the top rope goes Brody Daniels, and Joe now holding back Carl from going back after Daniels. Ellis decided to exit a different part of the ring now. Here comes the Crusher, here comes Daniels, Carl overshooting, and Daniels connects with a right hand, and that shows that he's thinking. He saw it coming, and now a shot to the ribs. Brody Daniels says he's a thinking man, says he's the new blood here in XFW. Already calling himself the main event. You see it on his tights and on his vest, and he walks to the ring. But again, the kid's got such a massive ego for such a newer star, but he has already held XFW title gold. Collar type now. Carl with a shot. Carl hoists him up, down into a belly suplex. Ellis now dragging the lifeless body of Brody Daniels into the ring, and Brody lights him up with a shot to the temple. A beautiful shot, well coordinated by Brody Daniels. I won't take that away from him. The kid can wrestle. And now he's stomping away. Both men back to their feet. Jawbreaker now by Daniels, keeping Ellis in a shot to the face. Now by Daniels. And Ellis now with a shot. Both these guys going for broke tonight. Belly suplex again from Ellis. And Ellis now screaming, telling Brody Daniels to get back up. He's not done with him yet. Ellis hoists him up, drops him down, spikes him with that lawn dart maneuver. We've got a cover. Daniels gets the shoulder of Carl. Ellis looks a little shocked by that. Brody Daniels is a tough kid. Ellis now working on the leg. Daniels holding onto his knee. Not supposed to bend in that fashion. I really don't think Carl Ellis cares. Daniels catches him and delivers the lariat. Ellis got caught. Kicked in the midsection, and now Brody Daniels gets caught. Ellis has him up. Vertebreaker. Ellis connects with the vertebreaker. Calls it the crusher, puns intended, and Ellis gets the victory. Ellis catching the leg of Brody Daniels, blasting him with a lariat, and then landing on the crusher, and gets the pinfall victory. This move is brutal, folks. Hoisting up Brody Daniels. Indian Bonet, thank you for liking the stream. Look at the angle that Brody Daniels is at. He is out. He only kicked out on pure instinct, folks. He only kicked out on instinct. Had no idea what was going on. But Brody Daniels victorious. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl Ellis victorious, I should say. Ellis with an outstanding victory. Just to show you, Ken teach an old dog new tricks. Owen Bushy says, never disrespect old school. Carl Ellis victorious over Brody Daniels in a spectacular match. Again, those two have not minced words back and forth. Brody Daniels continuously getting the face of Carl Ellis, telling him he doesn't belong here in XFW. He doesn't need to be here. Ellis just coming back to relive some glory days and have one final shot at championship gold here in professional wrestling, and we're happy to have him here in XFW. Now, folks, we've had a lot of people banging down the door of XFW, trying to get in, trying to get a match on XFW. We've got a number of people in the past few weeks sending us applications left and right. If you're on that list, please be patient, as we've got a lot of folks trying to get through and get their wrestlers on XFW. We've got a laundry list now of competitors who want to get their foot in the door. Now, keep in mind, there are some rules and regulations to getting a wrestler on XFW. And also, please keep in mind, not everyone is going to make the cut. XFW's requirements are no character can be over the overall score of 88. You need to send us a bio of your wrestler directly to our Facebook page, XFW, much like that says, and probably one of the reasons you're watching right now. And also include your PS4 creation tag so we know how to get that wrestler onto our programming. And that does not mean your wrestler will stay in XFW if he doesn't resonate with the audience and doesn't pull in views or doesn't just, quite frankly, wow people. They may not be here that long. But folks, again, we're always willing to get somebody in there. We've got our roster right now is maxed out at 90. Some folks will obviously be going on their way. We've had some XFW stars retire in the past few weeks. And we are slated to have some newcomers show very, very shortly. Alfred, thank you for liking the stream and welcome to XFW. This is Sudden Death, our big scale event for the month of March. Now, folks, again, we've got almost every championship title on the line tonight, except the XFW World Heavyweight Championship, which is actually very, very odd. We'll get more of that later on, but right now we're getting back to another rivalry that's been going on for months now as Kitty Lane clashes with the Psycho Redhead, Corey Foster, next on Sudden Death. And here comes Miss Kitty Lane.
Is an Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring, representing the Rough Riders from Las Vegas, Nevada. Kitty Lane.
I ever told you guys how much I like watching Kitty Lane walk down to the ring? Kitty Lane making her entrance, one of the highlights of me sitting behind this counter, folks. Kitty Lane, the former erotic dancer from Las Vegas, Nevada. From what I understand, she still owns 2 clubs and a bar out that way. Brought in here by the same manager as Terry Sexton. They both have the same talent agent. And I'll tell you what, that agent definitely knows talent, if I must say. But since her arrival in XFW, she has definitely sparked some controversy. And this young lady right here has been around the center of it.
Alabama, adorable. Carrie Foster.
Kari Foster, the girl next door. But this young lady, she is the poster child for bipolar and anger issues. And she has had more issues with Kitty Lane than any other woman in our roster. She keeps claiming that Kitty Lane has stolen her thunder, stolen the spotlight. All Kitty Lane did was show up and wrestle, and quite frankly, been pretty damn good at it for that. But these two have been at it tooth and nail for months now, back and forth, including Kari Foster attacking other women backstage. But now finally, these two coming at it, and Foster already started things off, kicked in the midsection, and a DDT, and lights up Kitty Lane. Now we know Lane does like to show off inside the squared circle. We've seen that. She is an entertainer at heart. And right now firing back on right hands on Foster. Foster dodging out of the way, kicked in the midsection. Foster, however, has more in-ring experience than Kitty Lane and is a former XFW Women's Champion. And right now playing basketball with the head of Kitty Lane, repeatedly blasting her off the canvas. Horrible tie-up. Kitty Lane with a wind-up, sends over the top rope. Foster hangs on. Lane gonna help her cut back in the hard way. Vertical suplex, down goes Foster. A cover already by Kitty Lane. Only a 1 count. Foster using the legs, gets the shoulder up. Oh, Foster grabbing her by the hair, tossing Lane across the ring. And now a drop kick right to the back. Well, both ladies now are outside. This is an Extreme Rules match. There will be no count out. There will be no disqualification as these two now go at it at ringside. TKWA, thank you for liking the stream. Foster now delivering a right hand to the head of Kitty Lane. And again, no count out, no disqualification. Foster now sent reeling, almost hit head into the steps. Chris Fair, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW Sudden Death. I almost called it Danger Zone. Kitty Lane now with a steel chair, blasting the head of Kari Foster with the chair. Jordan Cho, thank you for liking the stream. And now Kitty Lane going to town with the steel chair. Foster stealing it away. Blasting into the head, and winds her up and drives her down, reverse DDT on the outside. And again, referee Joe Garrett only watching on as these two brutalize each other, getting out the frustration has been building up for month after month between these two female competitors. Lane now back outside. Dumps her on the back of her head. Foster, brutal offense. Kitty Lane in a world of trouble. Foster with a counter. I'm sorry, Kitty Lane with a counter. And Foster's head into the steel ring post. And another one. Foster collapsing at ringside. Kitty Lane now looking underneath the ring. Holy hell. Kitty Lane with a sledgehammer and a right to the midsection. Right to the breadbacks of Kari Foster. Kitty Lane, good night. And again into the ring post. Kitty Lane now getting a little angry. The frustration spitting out between these two. Both ladies now back inside the square circle. Joe Garrett with the best seat in the house. Turns her around. Kitty Lane. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Kitty Lane calls it welcome to paradise. All puns intended. We've got a cover now. Foster again gets the shoulder up. Kevin Anthony, thank you for liking the stream. Foster rolling back to her feet. Foster charging in. Running bulldog now from Foster, the former women's champion, delivering brutal impact. And now again blasting Kitty Lane's head off the canvas. Wraith, thank you for sharing. Deep arms right now by Kitty Lane. Lane hoists her up. Exploder suplex. Kari Foster dumped. Elbow drop countered. Nobody home. Back and forth we go between these two. Foster hoists her up. Stalling vertical suplex now from the former women's champion. We've got a cover now by Foster. Leg is hooked. Lane gets the shoulder up early on. Both ladies now getting back to their feet. Kitty Lane, leg lariat. Foster now on the receiving end. Kitty Lane stomping away. Foster rolling underneath the ring. Both ladies now back and squaring off again. Circling each other like a pair of angry cats in an alleyway. Scoop up by Foster. Up and over the shoulder she goes. And again returning to that bulldog. And now a little bit of twerking and headspin. The crazy antics coming out again of Kari Foster. Grabbing a front face lock now, Kitty Lane hoisting her up. Suplex again. Kitty Lane going old school, showing the in-ring capacity that she has from being one of the original 16 in the XFW Women's Championship Tournament. Front face lock now by Lane. Yet another suplex from these two. I think they're getting exhausted. Both these ladies having a hard time keeping these going. And a right hand by Lane sends Foster to the outside. Both ladies now again on the outside. Kitty Lane fires her again into the barricade. And Foster forced into the barricade. The lower back colliding with that steel apparatus. Both ladies now back inside. Again, Foster sending Lane up and over the top rope, but this time Lane holds on. Foster now getting a little anxious, and a right hand by Lane. She caught Foster sleeping. Into the corner we go. Kitty Lane turning her around. Lane shoving her down to the canvas. Uh-oh, Lane showing off a little bit of her assets. And giving her the kitty rub. Foster in trouble. Lane taking her joys with it. Like a cat playing with his food. Foster catches the shot to the midsection. And a spear by Foster. Just like that. Oh, Kitty Lane gets back to her feet. And a clothesline. Lane with another one. Good Lord, the exploding offense of both these ladies tonight. Back and forth between these two. And an exploder again. Kari Foster may have lit a fire under Kitty Lane. Lane off the ropes. Flying Kitty connects. We've got a cover. Could that be it? Somehow Foster gets the shoulder up. You see Kitty Lane arguing with Joe Garrett about the count. Not happy with it. Somehow Foster gets her shoulders up. In the corner now, Foster connects with a clothesline. Foster now stomping away, and now with her foot across the throat of Kitty Lane. Foster goes out of the outside now. And back inside, I get the bipolarism, and now a cover. Kari Foster is definitely starting to lose her mind. Can't make up her decision. In the ring, out of the ring. I don't think she took her meds today. Both ladies now swinging wildly. Kicked in the midsection now by Foster. Foster rolling out of the way. Lane right back on top. Right hand now by Foster. Good Lord, these two with the exchange. Counter by Kitty Lane. Right hand to the face. Irish whip. Lane catches her, hoists her up, and a suplex again. And then Kitty Lane with a little bit of showing you how well those hips can move. Foster laying out. Lane now off the ropes. Leg drop connects. Lane keeping it going. Turns around, a second leg drop. Miss Kitty now going to the top rope. Corey Foster struggling to get back to her feet. Off the top, Hurricane Rana connects from Kitty Lane. That was impressive. New maneuvers tonight from Kitty Lane. And another exploder. Kitty Lane checking in the damage. Lane lines her up again, and a second time. Flying Kitty connects. That's got to be it. Joe Garrett starts the count. Kitty Lane. Kitty Lane pulls off the victory. What a battle between these two fierce ladies. Owen Bush is her and Kitty. Hurricane Kitty, I like that. We're going to coin that phrase. Hurricane Kitty from Kitty Lane. Corey Foster was hell-bent on the victory tonight, somehow kicking out the first time she connected. Amita Kabaj, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to Sudden Death. I'm sure there'll be one hell of a celebration in that young lady's locker room tonight. She has definitely made a lot of friends in the XFW locker room. Corey Foster, not so much. I'm sure she's going to have a hard time tonight. But Kitty Lane victorious. XFW off to a running start tonight on XFW Sudden Death. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for joining us. And now again, I want to thank everyone for the likes and shares that they've already given. Thank you all for the continued support of XFW here at Bloodsword 6 Streaming. Now, folks, we've got a lot of matches set to come your way. And again, a number of title matches. But the big thing tonight, folks, is the fact that the XFW World Heavyweight Championship is not on the line. Now, folks, I cannot remember having a large-scale event such as this and not having the championship being defended. Now, that's only because not is the title not being defended, but careers are being defended. The XFW World Heavyweight Champion, the Destroyer, now on his 6th title run here, was cut off, sidelined, blindsided by the Eliminator, who came out of retirement almost the next night after Destroyer won the championship. He came here saying Destroyer, it's time for him to retire. He does not belong here in XFW. He's too old to continue to compete. Well, the Destroyer says he's not even close to being near retirement. He's had knee surgery. He says that has not slowed him down. The Destroyer has been, honestly, folks, looks to be in the prime of his career. He's been doing better than he ever has before. But the Eliminator has come back to XFW, as he said, to force the Destroyer into retirement. And that could happen very well tonight, as the two will battle in a Hell in the Cell. And the loser will be forced into retirement here on XFW. But right now, we're going to jump down at one of the first title matches of the evening as Tia Adams defends against Jajin Sakamoto next on XFW Sudden Death.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Extreme Women's Wrestling Championship.
Jajin Sakamoto on a collision course with Tia Adams, looking for another possibility, looking to become a second-time XFW Women's Champion. But she has a big mountain to climb tonight, and that is Tia Adams, the current XFW Women's Champion. Jajin Sakamoto is very much a rags to riches story here in XFW. When she first got here, she could not get a win to save her life. But once she got her grips, once she adapted to the American style of professional wrestling, she went right to the top of the charts and won the XFW Women's Championship and was by far one of the most successful women's champions we have ever had here in XFW. But no one has been such a dominating force in the women's division but that woman right there, Tia Adams. But again, noticeably absent is Morgan Steiner. Steiner not out here tonight because of the fact he was taken out by Seth Walker. Nick Clark, thank you for sharing the stream. Mr. Insomniac Gamer himself in the house tonight. Folks, if you have not checked out Insomniac Gamer on Facebook Gaming, please do so. You will not be sorry. Insomniac Gamer, a.k.a. Nick at Night. Thank you, Mr. Nick, for joining us tonight. Nick Clark, one of the reasons I got into game streaming. Thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Clark.
Challenger from Yamaguchi, Japan, Jakin Sakamoto.
That young lady there is full of spirit and full of life.
In Oklahoma, she is the unbreakable Tia Adams.
Tia Adams, the powerhouse of the women's division. Looking for another title defense? Mr. Clark, you're welcome for the shout-out, a well-deserved shout-out. Insomniac Gamer, thank you for joining us tonight during our stream. All about that title right now between these two, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta wonder, is Morgan Steiner not at ringside? Will it have an effect on Tia Adams? Does it ease up the mind of Jajin Sakamoto not have to watch over her back? Could it change the scope? Right now, Tia Adams surprisingly pushed back to the corner by Jajin Sakamoto. Joe Garrett going to get in there and break it up as they get back to the corner. And back to the end, Jajin Sakamoto now starts with some right hands, but Tia Adams absorbing them like nothing. But Jajin with a nice counter. Jajin again going the arm, spins her over, drops the leg across the arm, taking down the giant. Tia Adams, the champion. Jajin Sakamoto, easily overpowered in this contest, will need to rely on her experience, speed, agility, and a leg lariat. But look again, Tia Adams absorbing the blow, and then a big boot square to the face of Jajin Sakamoto. How powerful is Tia Adams? Jajin Sakamoto connecting with that leg lariat, and Adams barely batting an eye. And now Sakamoto lifted up by her throat and slammed down to the canvas. Sakamoto now being dragged across the ring. Adams looking for an early cover. Leg is hooked. Sakamoto gets the shoulder up. Sakamoto now firing off again. Repeated shots, and again Adams holding on. That spin kick had a little bit of effect. Into the corner, and a flying shoulder tackle. That time, Sakamoto takes her down. Sakamoto now making her way up to the top rope. The women's champion starting to stir, trying to get back to her feet. Sakamoto off the top. Adams catches her and powerbombs her. Are you kidding me? Oh, the replay still being a little bit slow. Are you kidding me? Come on, replay. There it is, off the ropes. She gets caught, and Adams lights her up with a powerbomb. Back to live play now here. Adams hoists her up on the shoulder, drops her down face first. Unbelievable strength shown by Tia Adams, catching Jajin Sakamoto as she came off that top rope and then blast her down. Adams go for a cover with Sakamoto, able to kick out. And now Tia walking across the ring. Jajin Sakamoto with some elbows to the ear, trying to break the hold. Drop kick. Adams catches her and stomps her right in the midsection. Adams again, time and time, just overpowering Sakamoto at every turn. Sakamoto back to her feet. Sakamoto up and over. Crucifix into a pinning combination. Garrett right there. What a kick out. Jajin trying everything she can to keep this monster down. But Adams just unrelentless. And as her name says, unbreakable. Right hand now by Adams. Adams again, the gut wrench. Hoisting her up. Blasting Sakamoto down to the canvas again, face first. The challenger in trouble. And a hell of a double axe handle. Jajin Sakamoto rocked, and now Tia Adams taking time to adorn the fans. Right hand now by Adams. Sakamoto collapsing down to one knee. Clubbing blows across the back now. The champion in control. And a flying forearm again from Sakamoto. Lights up the champion. Sakamoto drop kick down to the back of the neck. Sakamoto trying to put everything she can into this match. Trying to keep the women off. Big right hand now from Sakamoto. Chopping neckbreaker connects. Sakamoto now going to the top rope again. Elbow drop right to the chest. We've got a cover by Sakamoto. Not even a 2 count again. Unbreakable. Tia Adams gets the shoulders up. Sakamoto now working on the shoulder. Trying to slow down Tia Adams. And drives the shoulder square down to the canvas. Maybe an attempt to try to weaken the powerful arms and shoulders of Tia Adams. Adams rolling back to her feet relatively quickly to that steel style takedown. And the challenger rolling under the ropes, trying to avoid any more impact. Adams now going to hoist her in. Suplex coming up, it looks like. Yes. Tia Adams is so unimaginably strong. The former women's power wrestler, or power lifter, I should say. But Sakamoto is determined. She's got the drive, the willpower to push it in. Charges in. Irish whip over the top rope goes Tia Adams. And a shot to the face. Now by J.J. Sakamoto. Now Sakamoto on the top rope. Adams on the outside. Oh, nobody home. Sakamoto may have just busted her tailbone. And now Tia Adams lighting up the challenger. That may have just paid off for the champion, as Sakamoto has not recovered from that hellacious fall. Adams has her up on the shoulder. Adams with a press slam. And on the outside arena floor. Sakamoto now in a world of hurt. Into the steel ring post. Sakamoto, sheer desperation. But she needs to get her back inside the ring. She cannot win by count-out championship advantage. She gets Adams back inside. Sakamoto trying to roll that big frame over. Gets the leg hooked. We got a cover. Again, not even a 2 count. Sakamoto has not once gotten a 2 count during this match on Tia Adams. Adams blocks the right hand. Delivers one of her own. Up and over the top rope. Sakamoto now. Both ladies now on the outside. What the hell is Sakamoto doing? Sakamoto DDT on the ring apron. Drives the head of the champion into the hardest part of the ring. Didn't get her arm all the way around, but I think enough to do some serious damage to the women's champion. Both ladies now back inside. Sakamoto in control. Sakamoto now trying to get the crowd behind her. Clothesline now to the champion. Follows through with the second one. Sakamoto single leg drop kick this time. The champion goes down. Sakamoto now standing over Tia Adams. Adams may have suffered a concussion. The Yamamura Bluetooth device showing her head is in the red. Sakamoto's got her up. Sakamoto driver. Could it be it? We have a new women's champion. A new women's champion tonight on Sudden Death. J.J. Sakamoto pulls off the victory in an outstanding fashion. What a knockdown, drag-out battle, but is the absence of Morgan Steiner coming to effect? Tia Adams unable to cope, and no distraction for J.J. Sakamoto. Morgan Steiner, look, this right here, folks, changed the pace of the entire match. J.J. Sakamoto now a 2-time women's champion. Sakamoto, a 2-time XFW women's champion. Some folks saying the end of the steroid era. I don't know if I'd go that far. I know I wouldn't say steroids in front of Tia Adams, but I'm sure she will not be happy tonight. And if Morgan Steiner is watching that from his hotel room, folks, I can guarantee you he may have just had an aneurysm, as that was the last title match, or the last title that Morgan Steiner's group has been holding on to here in XFW. And all because Steiner has pretty much abandoned all of his other proteges here in XFW. And again, this footage earlier on, where are we here? Right here. Earlier today in the locker room, now Seth Walker, not scheduled to be here tonight, decided to take matters into his own hands and beat the ever-loving crap out of his own manager. Now, this is all because Steiner has neglected the rest of the entourage, the tag team, and Seth Walker himself. And a lot of these guys got used to having Steiner calling out plays, giving them advice, all at ringside. And Steiner neglecting him, giving all his focus to T. Adams, seems to have gotten in the head of Seth Walker. Now, earlier in the year, Steiner sent Mark Collins packing. Well, he's still in XFW, but released him from his contract, no longer part of the entourage. We've seen Walker, some of the other guys attack Mark Collins, but now it has come full circle. Now, Dirk Webb first cracked that story a while ago, saying he saw the cracks in the armor. He saw the dissension in the house of Steiner. Now I got to wonder, is there recovery for this for Steiner? Is there a way to come back? He just lost his last championship. Only time will tell. But folks, right now we're going to head down to ringside for the next championship match up for grabs as Lee Bischoff cashes in his rematch clause against Rick the Dragon Fletcher for the XFW Internet Champion, and that starts right now.
The following contest.
This one should definitely be interesting. It will be an Extreme Rules match. Rick the Dragon Fletcher with an upset win a few weeks ago over Lee Bischoff, who had been dominating the XFW Internet Championship division. And here he comes. And he looks all about business tonight. Bischoff has said he will recapture his title tonight. He says he knows the Dragon is not very proficient in Extreme Rules matches, and that's what he cashed in. Made sure his rematch clause was for an Extreme Rules match where Fletcher has been known not to come out on top very often. But Fletcher said he has been training for this. He has been trying to get his stuff in gear. Chris Briggs, welcome. This is XFW, a digital wrestling promotion broadcast on XFW, Facebook, and Bloodsword 6 streaming. Bischoff ready and saying he will get this championship back tonight. But I'm sure Rick the Dragon Fletcher will have other things to say about it tonight as we wait the arrival of the champion. And here comes Rick the Dragon Fletcher. The purple haze of XFW, the man that everyone complains you get a contact high when you wrestle with him. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, he made up on the promise. It looks like the championship has been turned to purple. Rick the Dragon Fletcher turning the Internet Championship to a purple strap to fit with the rest of his gear. Kevin Anthony, you are correct. You cannot have a roster over 90. We have 6 titles here in XFW. We have between, I believe, 12 to 14 female competitors on our roster. I'm really hoping WWE 2K22, you can have a larger roster of creative wrestlers. We'll find out. Definitely hope it's not smaller. The purple haze filling the arena, the concoction of Rick the Dragon Fletcher himself, the self-proclaimed chemist of good times. It's all about that, folks. And again, you see Fletcher changing the strap to purple. He said he was going to do it. And I'm sure that's a psychological ploy against Bischoff. But I don't know if that's going to have any effect.
City, Ohio, weighing in at 272 pounds.
Derek Smith, I wish the roster went to 100.
And introducing the champion from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 210 pounds. He is the Rick the Dragon Fletcher.
Fletcher looking to hold on to this championship. But Lee Bischoff has said otherwise. And that's why Bischoff wanted this match to be an Extreme Rules match. The last time these two met in Extreme Rules, Bischoff dominated the entire contest. Referee Joe Garrett holding the title above his head. Both men now waiting. And here we go, folks. We're off and running, and Fletcher coming out of the gate with a clothesline, levels the challenger. And now forearm to the face. Fletcher starting things off early. Repeated shots now. Bischoff fires back. Bischoff with an easier size and strength advantage over the Fletcher. But Fletcher, more of a high flyer, more of a striker. But Lee Bischoff right in your face, much more of a brawler. Two very different types of wrestling in the ring tonight. Fletcher's going to have to use every ounce of his agility and quickness to avoid. And there's a shot to the back. And charging in. And a clothesline by the Dragon. Quick cover now by Fletcher. Not even a 1 count. Fletcher with a hell of a haymaker clothesline there. Levels Bischoff down to the canvas. And already the champion on the outside. And the champion, steel chair in hand. And here comes Bischoff. Quick to get in. And a shot to the head by Fletcher. Levels Bischoff. And a second one. Oh, kick to the face. Bischoff shrugging off those chair shots like a raging bull and now squeezing the life out of Fletcher's head. And then blasting his head off the apron. Bischoff now with the crowd behind him claims to be the blue-collar battler, the every-man's wrestler. And now stomping with the champion. Fletcher back to his feet. Goes for a clothesline and gets caught and driven down again to the concrete floor. Referee Joe Garrett watching on. This is a no disqualification match. No count out. These two slugging it out. Head off now off that steel barricade at ringside. And now off the ring post. Fletcher now again looking under the ring. Oh, good Lord, he's got a baseball bat. Fletcher really taking a joy in the Extreme Rules. There's a shot to the top of the head. To Bischoff, are you kidding me? Right back inside, no, both men. But look at Bischoff right back to his feet. The champion cannot keep him down. Another headbutt. He just took a shot to the head with a baseball bat, and now he's headbutting the champion, and now Michinoku driver. How tough is Lee Bischoff? He got hit in the head with a baseball bat, then gets back to his feet and oh no. Sledgehammer in the ring. Sledgehammer in the ring. Fletcher catches it and drives it right back in the chest of the challenger. Fletcher now wraps around. Gutbuster. Fletcher now the champion. Trying to get this capacity crowd to pull behind him. But honestly, folks, it's about 50-50 between the two. He's got on the shoulders. Drives him down. Bischoff lands face first on top of that sledgehammer. We've got a cover. Only a 2 count. Fletcher trying everything he has to put the big man down. And he just dropped him face first out of a sledgehammer. Fletcher now trying to figure out what he's got to do. Tries the knee right to the head. I think he just busted open Bischoff. He did. Fletcher just busted open the challenger with that knee shot to the head. Fletcher now looking underneath the ring again. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got wood. Bischoff again getting himself back to his feet. Fletcher with a shot to the face. I was shown now by Fletcher. Nice draw. Big time flapjack by the champion, who's faring far well better in this match than he did in previous. Bischoff stealing away that table from the champion, and Fletcher takes it right to the face. Fletcher taking that wooden table directly between the eyes. Bischoff now on the outside again. Bischoff looking for something. Bischoff now with a kendo stick. In comes Bischoff, and he gets laid with a clothesline. Clothesline by the champion, delivered. Bischoff got leveled. The Dragon now with the kendo stick until Bischoff brought in, and a shot again across the head by the champion, and another one now across the chest. Rick the Dragon Fletcher's definitely upped his game for this Extreme Rules match. Into the table now. Fletcher now, what's he planning to do? And drives the face of Bischoff through that table. Are you kidding me? We've got a cover. And Bischoff again gets the shoulder up. He was just put through the table. He's been hit with a baseball bat, and the man will not stay down. Fletcher now warming up. That shot comes down, the kendo stick missing. And the challenger fires right back. Right across the midsection. Fletcher now down. Fletcher rolls through. Kick to the midsection. Fletcher now clubbing blows across the back. And another, and another, and another. And now unleashing a flurry of blows, trying to keep this raging bull down. That is Lee Bischoff. Bischoff for the counter up over the top. Now goes the Dragon, holding onto the top rope. Fletcher swinging, nobody there. Both men now going to the outside again. Fletcher sends him into the barricade. Head first goes Bischoff. This is getting brutal, folks. I don't think Bischoff thought he'd get this much of a fight from Rick the Dragon Fletcher in an Extreme Rules match, but Fletcher's definitely upped his game. Fletcher now again looking underneath the ring. And out comes the ladder. Because that's what we need. We got more Home Depot outside the ring than we need tonight. Fletcher now with that ladder in hand. Bischoff trying to get back to his feet. And a shot now to the head with the ladder. Fletcher dismantling Bischoff with that ladder. And again, Bischoff already getting back to his feet. How the hell is that man this tough? Bischoff now winding up. Fletcher stopping himself from going over the top rope, and the blue collar battle right back on there. Fletcher now dumps him over, but Bischoff hangs on. Right hand now by the Dragon. The champion on the ropes. What the hell is this? Fletcher, are you kidding me? Fletcher hoisting him in. Almost landing on top of that ladder. Bischoff, but again, continues to deny the champion. Fletcher setting up the ladder now. Fletcher goes for a clothesline. He gets caught and driven down to the canvas. Hard impact by the challenger. Bischoff now making a beeline for the ladder. Bischoff repositioning it. Fletcher with a drop kick. Puts the ladder into the face of Lee Bischoff. Now back to this with the ladder again. Fletcher doesn't seem like he knows what he wants to do. The kid might have a concussion at this point. Charges in, he gets caught. Backdrop by the challenger and a kick to the back. But Fletcher tries to fight through. Fletcher now hoists him up and drops him down the corner of Bischoff's head, colliding with the ladder. And now Fletcher on the top rope. Fletcher raising the arms. The Dragon wings are up. Elbow connects. Purple Haze elbow drop. We've got a cover. Almost a 3 count. Somehow, Bischoff again gets that shoulder. How friggin' tough is Lee Bischoff? Are you kidding me? Fletcher now sending him into the ladder in the corner. Fletcher. Oh my dear Lord. Body slam through the ladder to Bischoff again, already trying to get back to his feet. How tough is this son of a bitch? Fletcher now trying to get him on the top rope. Fletcher trying to position him up. What is this? Fletcher and a cutter from the corner. Fletcher breaking out all the stops, but Bischoff will not stay down. We've got to cover again. And a kick out again. Unbelievable drive and willpower by the challenger, who's now back to his feet. Fletcher backing away. A look of fear in his eyes. Bischoff now to wind up. Bischoff catches him. Oh! And a big boot. Launched the champion into the air and catch him with a big boot on the way down. Fletcher is out. Fletcher is laid out. Fletcher getting back to his feet. Bischoff with a chair shot right to the face. Right to the face. That chair collides with the Dragon. Irish whip now by Fletcher. Or to Fletcher, I should say. Fletcher fires back with a shot. Kick to the midsection. Hoist him up and a powerbomb. Fletcher now again on the top rope. The Dragon. The wings are up again. Another time. Elbow drop. Nobody home. Nobody home. Nobody home as they collide. And now Fletcher in trouble. The champion. Reeling. Fletcher turns him around the corner. Spin kick. Fletcher now trying to build momentum. Fletcher with a clothesline. Driving down the challenger. Shot to the midsection now. Repeated stomps away by the challenger. He can't capitalize. He drops down to one knee, trying to catch his breath. I apologize about the interruption, folks. Facebook not playing nice tonight. The challenger now on the outside looking underneath the ring. Bischoff now back in with a kendo stick again. Another kendo stick in play. And a shot. But Bischoff connects. Gets kidnapped by a kick to the face. And now another shot across the top of the head. And another. And another from the champion. Laying into Bischoff time after time after time. And now Bischoff fires right back. Unmitigated brutality tonight between these two. Fletcher catches him. Fletcher connects. Spinning heel kick by the champion. Fletcher again going to the top rope. The Dragon perched on his seat. Bischoff now trying to get back to his head, back to his feet, trying to avoid the Purple Haze elbow drop. Fletcher connects with a shot right to the top of the head. Down goes Bischoff, and then right back to the top rope again goes Fletcher. The Dragon wings are spread. Purple Haze elbow drop again connects. We've got to cover. Fletcher retains. Fletcher retains. Fletcher retains. What a monumental back and forth battle between those two. But Rick the Dragon Fletcher holds on to the championship and defeats Lee Bischoff in his rematch tonight on XFW Sudden Death. What an outstanding battle back and forth between those two.
Here is your winner, and still Rick the Dragon Fletcher.
But Rick the Dragon Fletcher holds on and maintains the XFW Internet Championship. What a knockdown, drag-out battle between those two. But Fletcher victorious and hangs on to the XFW Internet Championship. Folks, I apologize. Seems to be some Irvin Christensen now. Thank you for following. Thank you for becoming a fan. I apologize. Seems to see some hiccup with the broadcast tonight. Excuse me. Everything is showing right on my end. I think it's more to do with the streaming service or possibly some of the platforms. I know some folks said there's some issues with Facebook streaming tonight. Twitch and YouTube seem to be going so far so good. But folks, we've got a lot more matches coming your way tonight here on XFW Sudden Death, including our main event of the evening. The Destroyer and the Eliminator going toe-to-toe to collide. And the careers are on the line. Whoever wins this match tonight, the loser, will not be able to continue to wrestle here in XFW. It will, looks like YouTube actually, there we go. It appears that YouTube is completely cut off. Oh well, we'll have to keep going with Twitch and Facebook. Hopefully it'll reconnect and get things back up and running here, folks. But again, we've got a lot of stuff coming your way tonight. And again, I was talking about the main event of the Destroyer and the Eliminator. Whoever wins, the opponent will no longer be able to wrestle here in XFW. They'll be forced into retirement permanently. And again, folks, this is going to be an epic battle of epic proportions because this can have massive ramifications throughout XFW. The World Heavyweight Championship will lie in the midst of this. It will be if the Eliminator wins, the championship will become vacated. That we already know. But then it's from there to find out who exactly will become the World Heavyweight Championship. Will it be handed off to the number one contender? And right now we don't have a number one contender because the Destroyer has been locked into this battle with the Eliminator for a number of weeks, going on 2 months now. So it all depends on what happens there. The Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder was Brian Blaze, but right now chemically has been stripped of that for trying to hand it in twice falsely, trying to abuse it and get what's going there. So now that match will be redecided tonight. As a matter of fact, folks, that match is going to happen right now. TLC match, the Extreme Opportunity briefcase, up for grabs next on Sudden Death. And here comes Brian Blaze. Brian Blaze, technically the current holder of the Extreme Opportunity briefcase. But after trying to cash it in twice, falsifying his chances, the championship committee has taken it away from him and said the only way he can try it again is if he wins it again. They put it up for grabs tonight on Sudden Death, and you see it hanging up above Brian Blaze, foreshadowing. Will he be able to capture this Extreme Opportunity again? Trying to cash it in twice, falsely. But the other three competitors in this match will have other things to say. And here comes Moose. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, sorry, folks. I'm getting word from backstage about some of the conditions. Morgan Steiner may, in fact, have a fractured back and neck after the attacks of Seth Walker earlier on tonight as Matsuda Tanaka makes his entrance into the ring. Matsuda making an impressive win, or an impressive standing, I should say, in the Extreme Opportunity Battle Royal earlier this month. And because he's one of the last 4 men in the ring, now gets an opportunity a second time, and here comes Taylor Briggs. Taylor Briggs, the gold standard here in XFW. The man, the former XFW Tag Team Champion with his former partner JT Wells, now pursuing a singles career. And now an opportunity hanging high above his head inside that briefcase. Taylor Briggs has dreamt of singles competition and singles championships, and now an opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship goes above his head. Folks, the winner of this match tonight, whoever holds that briefcase, may actually walk out of sudden death tonight with the championship. If the Destroyer loses, they can instantly cash it in and become the champion by default. And the last man in this match, ladies and gentlemen, they call him Ford Tough, the Tank, Sam Ford. Seems the YouTube connection was causing us a lot of problems. Everything's smooth and running now. The YouTube connection has disconnected. But Sam Ford making his way down the ringside. The fourth man in this match. And one of these four men will hold that briefcase and have an opera with Brian Blaze and Taylor Briggs already having words on the outside. I'm sure it's all about Brian Blaze saying no one else belongs that briefcase. It belongs to him. He wants it. But again, he's been playing games with it. But that's what Brian Blaze does. He likes to get inside your head. He likes to play those mind games to get his opponents off course. But tonight, he's got three other opponents, and off we go. Blaze and Taylor Briggs going at it. Tanaka and the Big Tank going out the other side of the ring. Belly-to-belly suplex now. Tanaka thrown to the outside by Ford. Taylor Briggs and Brian Blaze on the inside. Tanaka and Sam Ford on the outside. Olivia Brown, thank you for following. Welcome to XFW. This is Sudden Death, our big scale event for this month. And right now, Brian Blaze just got a big scale power slam from Taylor Briggs, the gold standard. I won't lie, folks, if I had to pick a winner in this one, I'd be pulling for the Tank in this one. Sam Ford would be my favorite. But to doubt any one of these guys can walk away with it tonight would be doubtful. Brian Blaze, a true veteran here at XFW. Taylor Briggs, another original here at XFW from day one. Ford has been here a number of months in XFW very well. Masuda Tanaka, the newcomer, the rookie in this match, so to speak, but he's been wrestling for years and years in Japan, so he's not a rookie when it comes to wrestling. Taylor Briggs now on the outside. What is this? Malam, thank you for following. Welcome, Taylor Briggs. Holy hell, picking it up. Just as he picked up the ladder, Sam Ford runs face first into it. Brian Blaze now setting up the ladder. Brian Blaze is going to try to go for it already. Brian Blaze already making his way up the ladder, trying to unhook that briefcase. Sam Ford trying to shut him down. Sam Ford now on the top, right-handed shot, and Ford brings everybody down. Brian Blaze hanging on by a thread. Tanaka brings him down and drops him on the back of his head. We've got multiple ladders in play. Tanaka now in the ring, standing with Brian Blaze. Sam Ford on the outside. Ooh, a Tanaka blast. Taylor Briggs on the side of the head with that ladder. Tanaka now making a beeline. Look how quick that man got up that ladder. Tanaka now holding on to the briefcase. Briggs with a shot to the back. And a second one now by Briggs. And a third. Tanaka has to let go. Briggs now with Tanaka. Brings him down. Powerbomb. Tanaka leveled at the hands of Taylor Briggs. That was brutal. Briggs now with Tanaka. Dragging him over to the ropes. Oh, Tanaka dumped across the top rope. Down goes the ladder. Brian Blaze making a beeline. Grabbing on the Taylor Briggs. Neckbreaker. Ford on the outside. Back inside Brian Blaze now. Tanaka rolling to the outside after the damage laid in by big Taylor Briggs. Brian Blaze now working on him, trying to wear down the former NFL right tackle. Sam Ford now setting up the ladder again. Trying to get it in position. Blaze with a beautiful counter on... Oh, and Taylor Briggs again. Collides. And hoist Blaze up. Blaze on the shoulder now. Blaze, powerbomb position. Sam Ford, meanwhile, on the top rope. Nobody realizing what's going on. Ford trying to get that briefcase off. Tanaka shutting him down. Blaze now going to the top as well. Everyone's swinging away wildly now at the top as the two battle it out on the top of the ladder. Tanaka now trying to shove the whole thing over. Blaze and Ford filing it out on top. Ford gets sent out by Blaze. Briggs brings him down. This is getting chaotic. Things going all over the place. Brian Blaze again on top of the ladder. Briggs with a shot to the back. And another one. And a third time. Blaze still hanging on for dear life. Shot to the back again by Briggs. Briggs now again under Blaze. Power bombs him down to the canvas. Almost landing on Tanaka. Tanaka and now Taylor Briggs circling the ladder one another, trying to assert dominance, trying to get one another down. Here comes Briggs. Clothesline. Takes down Tanaka. And again, the winner of this match will hold the Extreme Opportunity briefcase. And a shot at glory here in XFW. Tanaka in the ring all by himself. Tanaka now racing up that ladder again, climbing like there's no tomorrow, but Briggs right there to shut him down. Repeated shots down to the midsection. Ford now trying to bring down Tanaka. Meanwhile, Taylor Briggs instantly goes for the briefcase. Taylor Briggs now his hands on the briefcase. And now no ladder under Briggs. And Ford with a powerbomb brings down the big man. Briggs rolling to the outside. Tanaka back inside. Brian Blaze down with the ladder again. Blaze again going up the ladder. And the Piranhas are in suit, trying to stop his progress. Tanaka now again trying to shut the ladder over. Meanwhile, Taylor Briggs blasting in the back. Brian Blaze wind up now, all four men in a pile. It's like a car crash. And big Taylor Briggs tossed up and over his head by Sam Ford. Blaze throwing Tanaka around. And now clothesline by Sam Ford. Ford winds up, backdrop on Taylor Briggs. The gold standard now being dominated. Brian Blaze now charging towards the ring with a steel chair. Briggs rolling to the outside. Tanaka in trouble. This has really gotten out of control, but we knew we had to expect this with a TLC match. Tanaka leaving out the ring. Brian Blaze left to his own devices on the inside. Tanaka through the ropes on the Sam Ford DDT. Brian Blaze meanwhile back up on the top of the ladder. Brian Blaze can walk away again with the Extreme Opportunity briefcase. But Tanaka there, trying to shut him down. Repeated shots on the back now. Taylor Briggs now on top of the ladder. Shot to the midsection on Blaze. And another one. Taylor sends him off the top. And now Taylor Briggs again reaching for the ladder. Tanaka making a beeline. And a shot to the midsection. And a second one. Taylor Briggs now with Tanaka. What is he doing? Hoist him up. Holy cow. Suplex from the top of the ladder. Matsuda come crashing down, almost spilling out of the ring. Taylor Briggs taking half that impact on himself. Sam Ford the only one standing. Briggs now back to his feet. All the men down. Clothesline now by Briggs. On to Tanaka. Delivers the second one. Wild swing. And a clothesline. Be Free 1976. Thank you for hosting over on the Twitch platform. This has gotten brutal. Taylor Briggs now with the ladder. Up the top of the ring again goes the gold standard. He's got a hold of the briefcase. Can Taylor Briggs bring this home? Brian Blaze making his way inside the ring again. Blaze getting to the top. Blaze with a shot to the midsection. And another. And then comes Sam Ford again. Right hand by Blaze. Briggs fires right back. And a shot to the head. All three men now battling on the outside. Blaze brought down by Ford. And the ladder brought down again. Briggs rolling to the outside. Out goes Brian Blaze. Sam Ford now left standing by himself inside the ring. Delivering ladder shots now to Matsuda Tanaka. Sam Ford looking to make that long climb to the top. Ford all the way up. Ford all alone. Nobody on their feet. Sam Ford. Sam Ford. The tank. The tank has it. The tank has it. The tank. Sam the Tank Ford is your new Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder. What a loaded weapon in the hands of Sam Ford. A loaded weapon in the hands of Sam Ford, the Tank. Walking away with the Extreme Opportunity briefcase. Unbelievable. What a battle back and forth. But again, Sam Ford, opportunity presents itself. And Ford taking the opportunity, climbing that ladder, and walking away. Sam Ford has just realized the epicness that's in his way. He has an opportunity he has not had here in XFW. Ford has never had an opportunity to challenge for any championship yet. And now he's got the key to the kingdom. And again, folks, this could mean later on tonight, if the Destroyer loses, Sam Ford can theoretically cash in the briefcase and simply be handed the XFW World Heavyweight Championship, folks. The ramifications of our main event are outstanding, folks. It could mean monumental ramifications throughout XFW. I cannot wait for that to happen. But we've got a lot coming ahead before that even comes place. As up next is the XFW Women's Tag Team Championships. But before we even get to that, during that match, folks, I had some interns whispering in my ear. It seems Morgan Steiner has, in fact, suffered a fractured spine at the hands. Thank you, 88 Bellabean, over on Twitch for following us. Thank you, Bellabean, for becoming a fan. Hopefully you enjoy XFW's crazy brand of digital professional wrestling here at Bloodsword 6 Streaming. But as I was saying, folks, Morgan Steiner has suffered a severe back injury at the hands of one of his own people. And that had, again, we talk about ramifications of what happened. Sam Ford winning the XFW Extreme Opportunity briefcase. That opens up a door for him tonight. Seth Walker being upset because Morgan Steiner gave all his attention to Tia Adams and none of the rest of the entourage. And that had ramifications on the entourage themselves. And again, we've got a lot of more matches coming your way tonight, folks. Title match after title match. Right now, as I said, the Women's Tag Team Championships are up for grab next on XFW Sudden Death. And here comes the Syndicate. These two young ladies came in late to the XFW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament through connections in the Japanese consulate, having ties to the American consulate. From what I understand, one of their uncles is in that and was able to pull some strings to get them early flights to the United States. But now this is their second opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championships. They came up just short the last time they challenged Vicious and Delicious. Vicious and Delicious now a two-time championship team and looking to have another successful defense tonight. But from what I understand, the Syndicate has been training hard for this match. Ladies and gentlemen, your XFW Women's Tag Team Champions, Sarah Wells and Alex North, vicious and delicious. These two young ladies have been dominating the tag team competition here in XFW ever since their arrival, spending many, many years combined on the independent scene and now here in XFW, and they are a force to be reckoned with. Alex North, a former MMA combatant, training her friend and partner Sarah Wells, and them both coming here to XFW. We are happy to have them, and they are your XFW Women's Tag Team Champions. These two teams know each other very, very well and have battled on a number of occasions. But tonight, the championships are on the line. North and Wells look ready to go. And again, these two teams know each other very well. They competed time and time again inside the squared circle. But tonight, it's all about those red straps, folks. Sarah Wells going to start things off with a Kira Shang. And here we go, off and running. Collar and elbow tie-up now from Wells and Shang. Wells wraps around, grabs a waist lock. Picks her up, drops her down, and beautifully transitions into a side headlock. And a right hand by Wells. Oh, but Shang levels it with a clothesline. And a quick tag. In comes Yuri Tanaka. Tanaka goes right to work. Kick to the midsection. Roundhouse kick down to the side of the head. Changing things up. Shang, yanking the arm in a stiff shot right to the jaw of Wells. We've got a cover already. But a kick out. Front face lock now by Yuri Tanaka. Beautiful Northern Light suplex. Takes Wells up and over. The Syndicate now starting to run away with this match. Beautiful drop kick. Now Wells has taken a lot of damage early on. A covered elbow by Yuri Tanaka, but a kick out by Sarah Wells. Tanaka keeping the pressure on now. Wells with a nice counter, ducks under the clothesline and lands a kick of her own. And now sends her flying across the room in home territory. Tag, in comes Alex North, the vicious half of the tag team champions. Double team maneuver coming up, drop toe hold, followed up with an elbow drop. Beautifully executed by the women's tag team champions. North now with a cover early on. Tanaka gets the shoulders up. Tanaka back to her feet. Circling each other now again. North grabbing a front face lock, now delivering knees, Muay Thai style. And then one right to the head of Tanaka. Tanaka holds on and levels her with a beautiful roundhouse kick. Tanaka looked like she's going to fall off her feet. Oh, and a shot right there. Good Lord, it's still going. Climbing Alex North like a tree, kicking her in the face. Outstanding offense by Yuri Tanaka. Turn around the corner now. Brandon, thank you for following. Welcome to XFW. Tagging comes Akira Shang, hoists her up, drops North, right on the back of her head. Goes for a moonsault, North out of the way. Looks like the side of her head took the knee of Akira Shang, but neither one coming away clean from that one. Brandon, thank you for liking the stream as well. Kick to the face now by North. Delivers a right hand to the back of Akira Shang. Now dragging Shang across the ring by her hair is Alex North. Drives her right into the turnbuckle. Tag again, and comes Sarah Wells. Double team maneuver. Drop toe hold. And now Wells this time with the elbow drop to the back of the head. Shang goes back to her feet though. Shang up and over. Beautiful. Tilt to her arm drag by Akira Shang. Catches Wells off guard. Wells on the counter. Turns the Irish whip around. But Shang fires right back, spins in the corner, and now elbow shots repeatedly to the head. Brian Freeman, thank you for following. Welcome to XFW. Shang now back in control. Whoops, spoke too soon. Wells again counters the Irish whip in home territory. Shang turns it around again. Shang with a kick to the thigh. Shang running right up the ropes and a beautiful arm drag from the high rent district off that top rope. Wells got flipped halfway across the ring. Tagging in comes Yuri Tanaka. Wind up into the corner. Both members of the Syndicate now building up speed. Double shots on the top of the head. And now Tanaka winds up. Beautiful Northern Lights suplex. Sarah Wells is in a pinning combination. 2 and a kick out by Wells. So close for the Syndicate. Collar will tie up again. Wells shoves her away. Big right hand by Sarah Wells. Wells hoists her up. Flaps her down face first. Brian Freeman, thank you for liking the stream. We've got a cover. Akira Shang gets the shoulder up, kicking Wells off. Wells has won a number of these tag team matches with that very maneuver. Shang with her own counter. Shang with a brutal chop. Sweeps out the leg into it. Exploding into a senton. We've got a cover and a clothesline. And almost a 3 count by Akira Shang. Leveling Alex North. Both ladies now back to their feet. And a cutter delivered. Yuri Tanaka leveling Sarah Wells. Wells with a counter. Blind tag. In comes Akira Shang. Saving it for a team. Collar double tie up. Kick to the midsection by Wells. Shang dodges out of the way. Alex North still out after that brutal back and forth between these two teams. Shang now in control. Shang again fires Wells in the corner. Wells is taking a lot of damage. Oh, Wells for charging in, but Wells lights her up with an elbow and then blasts her in the face again. We've got a cover now by Wells. Kick out by Akira Shang. Alex North finally back in her corner. What a back and forth match. The Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. And Shang, beautiful tornado DDT. Sarah Wells in a world of trouble. Alex North there to break up the count. German suplex on North. North gets decimated by Tanaka and a drop kick. The Syndicate is leveling. Vicious and delicious. Blocks the forearm. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Fires her back again. Tags in Yuri Tanaka. Tanaka again with the windup. They're going to try it again. Again, 2 shots to the head of poor Sarah Wells. Yuri Tanaka again follows up the Northern Lights suplex, but this time no cover. Wells wisely rolls out of the way. Wells dumps over. Gets caught with a fireman's carry takedown. Yuri Tanaka, kick to the midsection. Tanaka now, hoists her up. Fisherman Buster, we got a cover. North, we've got new champions. The Syndicate keeping the pressure on. Keeping a level of speed I have not seen from them since their debut. But they kept vicious and delicious in a whirlwind of confusion. Relentless. Not letting up for anything. And the Syndicate just captured the XFW Women's Champion. Here's that face plant by Sarah Wells that almost ended the match right there. But look at this combination by Yuri Tanaka and just devastating Wells in the corner, almost getting the pinfall victory there. Akira Shang right here. This clothesline effectively took Alex North out of the match. Alex North's head blasting off the canvas, not coming back in for some time.
Here are your winners, and the new...
But we have new Women's Tag Team Champions. The Syndicate have captured the Women's Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to the Syndicate. Vicious and delicious, I'm sure, not happy about the outcome of this match. What a brutal battle between those 4 young women. Vicious and delicious, putting up all they can. But again, Alex North being taken down with that clothesline by Akira Shang. in the later stages of that match, and it seemed like she blasted her head. It took her a while to recover from that. Couldn't get back in the ring. Sarah North struggling to keep the match going by herself, but Vicious, the Syndicate, just pouring on the pressure. They kept a pace I have not seen in the women's tag team division in a long, long time. Before their opponent even hit the mat, those two ladies are back to their feet, lining up their next offensive maneuver. They kept Vicious and Alicious struggling to get into position, and that strategy just paid off as the Syndicate have become the XFW Women's Tag Team Champions. Wow. Well, folks, again, a lot of titles on the line tonight. And again, it's a weird scenario when the XFW World Heavyweight Championship is not on the line in one of our events. And that is the story tonight. And we'll see that later on as the Eliminator clashes with the Destroyer in a career versus a career match. We're going to take a quick look at these two colliding time and time again right now. Again, folks, the ramifications from this match later on tonight, our main event, are unimaginable. But right now, another XFW championship is on the line as Sean Owens defends against Savage. Andre Stevens next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for
this match has been months in the making, ladies and gentlemen.
States Championship.
Savage Andre Stevens winning the #1 contenders match a number of months ago. But Sean Owens with 12 successful back-to-back United States Championship defends and now looks for an opportunity for a 13th. Savage Andre Stevens has attacked Owens on a number of occasions at ringside, in the ring, taking as many cheap shots as he can. This former boxer turned professional wrestler who said his skills are better than wrestlers has really been taking a lot of shortcuts to get the victories he has. But tonight will be the biggest match of his career here at XFW, the United States Championship on the line. Stevens definitely looks good to go, but here's the music of the United States Champion, Sean Owens. The man dubbed by the XFW fans as 2 Owens, making his way out to ringside. Savage Andre Stevens has not rubbed anyone in the locker room the right way, continuously boxing is a superior combat style to wrestling. Bob the Rubber Hill is now following. Thank you, Bob, for joining us, and thank you for becoming a fan of XFW Wrestling. Just in time for the United States Championship to be put on the line, as Owens looks for his next title defense. At some point, putting the championship on the line 2 times in 1 week, Owens has definitely been one of the most fighting United States champions we have ever had. James Boydie, thank you for following. Welcome to XFW. The United States Championship up for grab tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
From Harlem, New York, weighing in at 261 pounds, the Savage, Andre Stevens.
Two-time Golden Glove winner.
And introducing the champion,
multi-time lightweight and middleweight boxing champion, and now looking to capture a wrestling championship with Sean Owens, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most gifted technical wrestlers XFW has ever seen. And the Owens lock has put down a number of people, and even Savage Andre Stevens has tapped out to the Owens lock. Can Owens lock it on again tonight? Referee again will be Joe Garrett, holding the championship above his head. There's the bell, folks, and we are off and running. Stevens already started things off with a swing, but Owens countering it and landing his own jab, taking it to Stevens in his own boxing pugilism. And a brainbuster already from Owens levels the challenger. Stevens is down. We've got a cover already by Owens, but Stevens gets the shoulder up. Savage Andre Stevens, one thing, folks, he is a tough competitor. Rolls down to the outside. Owens already falling through, and Andre sends him into the barricade. And now Stevens sent to the barricade. And a shot to the ribs by Savage Andre Stevens. And again, the champion clashes into the steel barricade at ringside. Both these guys, no love lost. They've been attacking each other time and time again. Another counter to the right hands by the champion. And again, Andre sent to the outside. Owens seems to have been playing his games and doing his homework as he continues to counter the rights and lefts of Savage Andre Stevens with a knee to the back. Sends the champion face first into the steel steps at ringside. So far, I think they spent more time on the outside than they have inside the ring. Stevens now in control. That shot hits a hell of a right hand by Savage Andre Stevens. We've got a cover. Not even a one count. The champion gets the shoulder up, kicking Stevens off instantaneously. Right hand again by Savage Andre Stevens. And there's the quick jabs. Body blows. Another right hook. This is not a boxing match, but don't tell that to Stevens. Owens locks him up. Butterfly suplex. I thought he was going for the Owens lock early on. Thought it was a possibility. Arm drag now by Savage Andre Stevens. Stevens puts him on the shoulders. Death Valley driver by the challenger. Owens rolls underneath. And another right hand by Stevens sends him crashing down to the canvas. Referee will start the count, but Owens has the championship advantage. A count out will not win for Stevens. Another counter by Owens. Owens now with a beautiful neckbreaker. The challenger driven down to the canvas. Owens now going to the arm. Owens stretching out Stevens and stomps away. The familiar tactics of Sean Owens, working on the arms and the shoulders. Stevens now again rolling to the outside. Both men outside. Oh! Owens gets rocked with a clothesline. Savage Andre Stevens connects, using the ring as cover. And now Owens again sent to the outside. Stevens again. Oh, that's another time into that barricade. Stevens hoists him up and drops the champion throat first across that barricade. Unbelievable. Referee's count. Stevens is taking off the top turnbuckle. Stevens is exposing those ring turnbuckles. We've seen him do that in the past. The champion now back in, and Stevens sends him chest first into that exposed turnbuckle. But Owens fights back. Owens going to the arm. Owens sitting on an arm breaker. Savage Andre Stevens already in trouble. Yanks the arm out and shoves Owens, the champion, into the ropes. And a clothesline again from Savage Andre Stevens. Stevens using those exposed turnbuckles but Owens struggling through. And now this time, back first into that exposed Merkel again. Stevens again taking the low road, using any opportunity. And it just backfired on him. It just backfired as Joe Garrett is putting the turnbuckles back on. That might have been a 3 count for Stevens. But he did it to himself. And now a cutter. Stevens had an opportunity but blew it. Body shots now by Stevens. Repeated to the middle section. And a big uppercut. Owens lifted off his feet by that punch. We got a cover. Owens gets the shoulder up. Owens getting back to his feet. Owens now getting the crowd behind him. And a clothesline by Owens. Levels the challenge. And a second one. Good Lord. The speed of Owens. And a leg lariat. Shawn Owens taking down Savage Andre Stevens. Stevens has an early advantage using those exposed steel buckles. But Owens staying resilient. Continues to drive it. Savage back to his feet. I get a haymaker. Stevens again with those haymakers. Winds up Owens and again sends him into that exposed steel ring bunker. Joe Garrett needs to get that one back in place. Shot to the midsection. Another one. And a third. And then a plethora of shots. And then again the uppercut. Delivered by the challenger. We've got to cover again. Owens gets the shoulder up again without question, showing why he is the United States Champion. Stevens sends him up and over the top rope again to the outside. Stevens now, what is this? Stevens with a steel chair. This is not an Extreme Rules match. I don't think Joe Garrett has realized it. He's got him up on the shoulder and a Death Valley driver on the outside. Joe Garrett looking on, trying to get these guys back in the ring. And again, the suplex on the outside. Referee up to a 5 count. Savage Andre Stevens nicely going into the ring and back underneath, breaking the count. Veteran move, now 2 chairs out at ringside. Joe up to a 3 count. What is Savage Andre Stevens trying here? What is the, right in front of that chair. Nice counter by Owens. Owens throws him back inside. Sick of the games, wants to keep this match where it belongs, inside the ring. Stevens with a counter, and again Owens sent into that steel buckle. Owens in trouble. And the pop-up right hand. The pop-up right hand connected from Savage Andre Stevens. Are you kidding me? Can Owens recover? Owens gets the shoulder up. Owens gets the shoulder up. Stevens looks beside himself with disbelief. And a headbutt. Illegal in boxing, but perfectly fine here in professional wrestling. Into the turnbuckle again. Owens fires right back. Stevens again into the club over the top rope, almost in the corner. And a right hand again. Joe Garrett now finally putting that turnbuckle pad back on, but too much damage has already been done. And again, Andre Stevens with that another steel chair at ringside. He's got the champion up and a cutter on top of that chair at ringside. A cutter on top of the chair at ringside. Savage Andre Stevens taking every shortcut imaginable. And now he rolls up the champion. He rolls up Owens. He rolls up Owens. But a kick out again. Andre Stevens taking every possibility. Left hand now. And another one. And a right hand. Owens pretty much out on his feet after that cutter at ringside. Onto the steel chair. Stevens now with a wind up. There, haymaker countered. Owens blocks the haymaker. And a clap the ears. Savage with there's the right hand. There's the right hand from Savage. But again, Owens gets the shoulder up. Savage Andre Stevens cannot keep the champion down. Owens hoists him up. Shoulder breaker. Stevens now in trouble. Owens going to his normal routine. Now wrapping up the arm. And a right hand again by Stevens. On the shoulder. A Death Valley driver. Owens in trouble, but he's taken a number of shots. Knocked down on a chair. Clothesline now from Savage Stevens. And another one. Wild swing by Owens. Stevens comes back with another clothesline. These two are taking each other to a new level. Combination of shots now by Stevens. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. This is getting brutal. Stevens now going to the arm, trying to steal one from away from Owens. Shots in the midsection now. Both men now swinging away. Desperation times. Both of these men have to be exhausted. Stevens hoists him up again, and there's the cutter a second time. But he can't capitalize. Stevens is too tired himself. Michael Burns, thank you for liking the stream. Stevens now, right hand delivered from a headlock position. Wrap around by Owens. Oh, there's a shot there. Opens up the champion, but Owens hoists him up. Tries him down. Beautiful execution by Owens. Oh, and a kick out. So close. So close. Owens with that fisherman driver. Takedown now by Average Savage Andre Stevens. Delivers a number of shots to the top of the head. Owens now in trouble. What the hell is Savage Andre Stevens doing? Just taunting the crowd. Owens in a prone position. Countering him by Owens. Up over the top rope goes Savage Stevens, but he hangs on. Owens with a right hand of his own. Sends the challenger to the outside. What a brutal back and forth tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for the XFW United States Championship. Owens now again blasted off the apron. That steel chair again in play right there. Owens dodging out of the way. And a knee lift to the back and sends Steven face first into the barricade. Owens now hoists him up. Hammerlock suplex on the outside. Both men now trying to break the count. Owens sent to the floor. Stevens back in and then rolls right back out to break the count for the referee. Forced to start over at 1. Stevens now suplex again. Right next to that chair. Stevens again trying everything he can. Hoist him up. Suplex into the barricade. Savage Andre Stevens again taking every opportunity to take a shortcut here in this matchup. Both men now trying to get back inside. Owens shoved back inside now by Savage Andre Stevens. Owens looking weary. Savage Andre Stevens now again winding up. Looking for that haymaker shot. There it is again. Joe Garrett himself backlashing out. We've got a cover. We have a new United States champion. Savage Andre Stevens taking every shortcut he could. Dropping the champion on chairs. Dropping him, forcing him into exposed steel turnbuckles off the ring post. But driving it home, that haymaker right hand. And Savage Andre Stevens has captured XFW Gold. Heartbreaking loss for Sean Owens. 12 successful United States title defenses. But Stevens again taking shortcuts, outplaying Owens tonight, and will walk away your new XFW United States champion.
The Savage, Andre Stevens.
I would not have guessed if you asked, folks. Unlucky 13 indeed. Wow. Savage Andre Stevens walking away, your brand new XFW United States champion, folks. And you asked me, I would have not have guessed that. Sean Owens has been nearly an unstoppable force here in XFW for the better half of a year. 6 months holding on to that XFW United States champion, 12 back-to-back successful title defenses. And out of nowhere, well, I shouldn't say out of nowhere, Andre Stevens has been battling and fighting and taking shortcuts. And I use that phrase, taking shortcuts, because quite frankly, that's what he has been doing. Chair shots, exposed turnbuckles, which seems to be his go-to play anymore. Attacking Sean Owens in and outside the ring before he gets down in the back locker room. Savage definitely lives up to the name Savage Andre Stevens. Now again, folks, we've got a few more matches coming your way tonight at XFW Sudden Death, including our main event, which I've talked about a lot. But another main event on our card tonight, if you want to call it a double main event, you should, as Tiger Ramirez and Raiden Yamashita will finish out their best of 7 series tonight. Now, during our XFW broadcast last night during Danger Zone, our feed cut out. We had technical difficulties, but the matches did continue. And earlier on today, in our XFW pre-show, we showed the match from last night when Tiger Ramirez got a victory in a no-holds-barred match against Raiden Yamashita. It now sits at 3-3, Tiger and Raiden. The match tonight, at best 2 out of 3 falls match. We'll see who the winner is in this best of 7 series. Now, these guys are friends. They've driven together to the show tonight, folks. These guys travel together. They talk together. They've been at each other's homes and know each other's families. This is completely a purely competitive thing between these two compatriots, and it's absolutely a joy to watch. But before we get to that, the XFW tag team titles are on the line. The Anarchists will be defending tonight against the White Dragons in one-on-one competition. Now, the White Dragons are former 6-time world tag team champions and looking for a 7th run now. The Anarchists are still, if you compare their careers, are still green compared to the White Dragons. But Crom Ferguson and Angus Hayes, what they lack for in experience, make up for in sheer brutality. That match starts right now. And here come the legendary tag team of XFW, the White Dragons. These two have been all around the world. Everywhere they have competed, they have held on to championships. If there's a style of match, they have competed in it. Akira Matsuda and Kushida Satora, 2 of the most dominant men in XFW. They are true tag team specialists and an absolute dominant force here in XFW and tag team competition. The level of respect these 2 men acquired around the world is unimaginable. But tonight they will go up against the tag team champions. 2 men who've been dominating as of late. 2 men who don't care about rules, don't care about your guidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, the Anarchists. Crom Ferguson and Angus Hayes. These 2 captured the XFW Tag Team Championships back at XFW Fight Night And a lot of folks thought it was a fluke or drop in the panties. These guys do not seem to be well oiled. They do not seem to be as traditional as other tag teams, but the style they have works for them, and that style is utter chaos. And since they have won the championships, they have been a dominant force here in XFW. And this will be the first time these two teams have met inside the squared circle, and is for the XFW Tag Team Championships. Billy Segalin, thank you for following. Thank you for becoming a fan of XFW. We're still trying to get word on Dirk Webb and his condition. And actually, wherever the hell he's at, we haven't even heard from Dirk. I'm hoping he at least call the studio here. I know this is a match Dirk Webb was looking forward to tonight. The tag team titles are on the line. Matsuda and Satora. Crom and Hayes. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And Crom Ferguson coming out of the gate, charging across with a big boot, levels Akira Matsuda. Ferguson towering over both members of the White Dragons. Ferguson now hoisting up Akira. Walking around with him like he weighs nothing. And a slow, methodical falling power slam by Crom Ferguson. And Matsuda is down. Reverse DDT now from one half of the XFW tag. Whoa, Matsuda back to his feet. And Akira lights him up with a clothesline. Just like that, Matsuda back in the game. Exploding back to his feet. And a roundhouse kick right to the jaw of Big Crom Ferguson. And already in comes Kushida Satora. The White Dragons utilizing quick tags already. And now Matsuda going to work. I'm sorry, Satora. Ownership in home territory. Big right hand by Satora. Ferguson in bad territory, set up on the top rope. Kushida with a right hand again. Kushida way up on top. And a big time suplex now from Kushida Satora, leveling down. Where the hell is our replay? There it is, Satora with the right hand. And look at this follow through again, folks. Satora taking Big Crom Ferguson and dumping him square on his back. Now back to live. Ferguson dodging the right hand. Sending Satora back in home territory. Tag. In comes Angus Hayes. Double team maneuver coming up. Double elbows now from the Anarchist. And Angus Hayes stomping away. Hayes hoists him up into a backbreaker. Angus Hayes is very quick, very agile, but at the same time surprisingly strong. And there's an inside crescent kick delivered to the side of the head of Kushida Satora. Shades of Akira Matsuda himself, almost as an insult, stealing one of Akira's moves, delivering it to his tag team partner. Hayes again countering, and now inside close elbows. Another one. Kushida Satora now with a counter. Nice arm drag. Satora now, toss him over, exploder suplex into the corner again of the White Dragons. Hoist him up, German suplex. Hayes rolls right back into the corner after Satora throws him halfway across the ring. Up he goes, boom, brainbuster. That'll compact the spine and the vertebrae. And now an uppercut by Satora. Again, the Dragons using quick tags. In comes Akira Matsuda again. And Matsuda goes right to work. Front face lock on Angus Hayes. Scoop slam now. The White Dragons, such a well-oiled machine. Methodical and tactical in every move they make. And another brainbuster, this time from Akira. Angus Hayes has got to be seeing stars. Both men now exchanging chops back and forth. Hayes with a wind-up. Sends him reeling into home territory. Tag. In comes the Big Crom Ferguson. Ferguson hoists him up and drops him down. Belly suplex. And the leg drop now. Ferguson now in control. Hard Irish over to the turnbuckle. Ferguson with the wind-up again. Out. No, the top rope goes Matsuda. Everybody now on the outside. Into the table he goes. Akira blasting his head now off the Bloodsport 6.com and now into the barricade. This is an Extreme Rules match. The referee not making a count. I'm surprised it took this long for this match to spill to the outside. Uh-oh. Hayes now with a steel chair. I'm sorry, Ferguson now with a steel chair in hand. Akira Matsuda trying to get back to his feet. And a shot across the top of the head. Levels Akira Matsuda. And again, the Anarchist, and then he pulls Satora off the apron. Akira Matsuda not getting back to his feet. Ferguson dodging out of the way is Kushida Satora. And a snap suplex on the outside. And that's what you get for interfering. But now Angus Hayes coming across the ring and a right hand to Kron Ferguson. This is getting out of control. Ferguson sent into the ring steps, and now Hayes delivering a shot. All four men now on the outside. Chaos ensuing now in the Tag Team Championships. All four men now battling at ringside. Akira Matsuda with Kron Ferguson. Angus Hayes now turning his attention to Matsuda. Running Bulldog on the outside. Matsuda in trouble now. Rolling back to his feet. Sending Ferguson again into the barricade at ringside. I knew this one was going to be ugly. I knew this one was going to get violent. But all four men battling at ringside at one point. All Joe Garrett can do is watch. And now again, Ferguson blasting Akira Matsuda's head into the ring post. And now a table at ringside by the big man, Kron Ferguson. And levels Akira Matsuda with it. Ferguson now inside the ring with that table. Satora just watching on. Waiting for a tag, hoping Akira can make it back in the corner. Spinning knee strike by Akira Matsuda levels the big man. And there's the tag. Satora coming back in. Ferguson in trouble. Ferguson lights him up with a hellacious right hand. And now Ferguson clubbing shot across the back. This man is a brutal monster here in XFW. Uh-oh. Satora against that table. Ferguson hoists him up. A sidewalk slam through the table. Satora just got lit up. Now in comes Angus Hayes like a buzzard to pick away at the carcass. Snapmare. Hayes now off the ropes. Delivers a knee right to the middle of the back. We got a cover now by Hayes. All four men now back inside the ring. Ferguson with Akira. Both men now trying to get out. Irish in the corner. Hayes in trouble now. Turn around by Akira. Ooh, Satora fires back. Elbow shot to the face. Hayes, oh, and a kick to the face again by Satora. Angus Hayes now dodging around. Right hand now by Hayes. Super kick connects. Down goes Kushida Satora. Left over again inside the ring. Akira Matsuda just got leveled to the outside by Kron Ferguson and a nasty, nasty hell clothesline. Kushida Satora though fighting his own. Right hand now again. Angus Hayes finds himself in enemy territory. And Satora with the green mist. Hayes getting back to his feet, delivers a knee strike again. Right hand now to Akira Matsuda. Angus Hayes on the outside. Again, here comes Big Kron Ferguson. Again, all four men now on the outside. Ferguson with a spine buster on Satora. The Anarchist, again, rules be damned. Leveling out both members of the White Dragons. Shipping home territory again. Satora back in the ring. Running Bulldog now on Satora. Kick to the midsection on Akira. Angus Hayes ripping the eyes of Akira Matsuda across that top rope. Counter again by Satora. Sends him into a cure by mistake. Back in home territory. And a second Irish whip. Tag again. Here comes Big Crom Ferguson. Uh-oh. Hoist him up. Total chaos delivered to Kushida Satora. That may be it right there. The Anarchist maintained. What a chaotic battle back and forth. All four men at one point battling back and forth. Satora lighting him up with kicks. But Ferguson right here putting Satora through the table, the sidewalk slam. And the Anarchist hitting total chaos to get the pinfall victory over the Dragons and retain the XFW Tag Team Championships. These two right now seem nigh undefeatable. There's a Kira Matsuda spilling over the top rope with that brutal clothesline from Crom Ferguson.
Here are your winners and still the W.
All right, well, get out of the way there, Joe. Ferguson does not play well with others. The crowd not happy about that tonight. A lot of folks wanted to see the White Dragons recapture glory, but the Anarchists maintain their grip on the tag team titles. What a match between those four men. But again, the Anarchists, the level of anger and angst in them, continuing to throw the rules to the wayside. Even in an Extreme Rules match, you see how they just don't abide by the tag team rules. All four men getting in the ring at one point, crashing on the outside time and time again. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have tag team champions, the Anarchist, holding on Crom Ferguson and Angus Hayes. Well, up next, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the matches I've been waiting for, and I'm sad Dirk Webb is not at my side tonight to see this one. Dirk, I wish you well. I hope you're all right. We got to find out what happened again with this issue with Dirk Webb and this auto accident that happened on his way to the arena tonight. We've reached out, but have yet to been unanswered by Dirk. We just know he is at a local medical facility. I hope he's not the same one that Morgan Steiner's at. I don't want to be anywhere in the same room with Steiner, let alone the arena. Hopefully, Dirk Webb, you're all right. Morgan Steiner, who cares? But up next, folks, is the best of 7 series finale. And tonight, it'll be a 2 out of 3 falls match with Tiger Ramirez and Raiden Yamashita. Now, again, these guys have been dominating and tearing the house down each and every time they've come to an arena. And again, this best of 7 series came from a fan suggestion. And when these two heard about it, they jumped at the opportunity to take this match and take it to this next level. Folks, I cannot wait any longer. Let's head down the ring. The best of 7 series, 2 out of 3 fall match. Tiger Ramirez, Raiden Yamashita, next. I have been waiting all day for this. And here comes Tiger Ramirez, the man who initiated the best of 7 series here in XFW. A lot of fans have asked for a best of 7 series championship. We're going to have to look into that. And Tiger Ramirez, I'm sure, would be a key member to that. Raiden Yamashita started off with 3-0 over Tiger. But then Tiger Ramirez closing that gap last night on Danger Zone with his win. And now tonight, these two will collide in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And after this, folks, we still have our main event. The Hell in the Cell match between the Eliminator and the Destroyer, as Raiden Yamashita now makes his entrance. These two outstanding stars take themselves to their limits each and every time they're in the ring. Jannar Lyrics, thank you for following. Thank you for becoming a fan. Welcome to XFW and Bloodsource 6 Streaming. This one should be highly competitive, highly energetic, folks. We know these two. They've both been taking themselves to the limits time and time again. There's the bell. We're off and running. Tiger Ramirez in a front face grapple already from Raiden Yamashita. Ramirez fires back with a spinning heel kick and takes Yamashita down. Yamashita with a nice counter arm drag. These two know each other inside and out. They've traveled the road together. They've competed a number of times, and now they keep a pace that, quite frankly, folks, seems absolutely inhuman, as Ramirez again with an arm drag. And again, you see the level of respect allowing Yamashita to get back to his feet. And there's a chop by Ramirez. Luchador versus Strong Style. Yamashita now winds up. Sends him into the turnbuckle. Yamashita now with a kick. Yamashita bending the arm. Oh, and a chop across the chest. And Yamashita already to the top. Tilt-a-whirl arm drag sending Tiger Ramirez halfway across the ring. Kick to the back now by Ramirez. And Ramirez fires back with a flash kick. And we got our first cover of the contest. And a kick out by Raiden Yamashita. Ramirez rolls him right back up into a prawn position. Yamashita easily countering out of that one. Ramirez right back on the attack. Irish whip. Here comes Tiger. Forearm splash. Tiger Ramirez, a third-generation superstar. His father, or his grandfather, say Panther Ramirez. His father, Tiger Ramirez. There's a beautiful splash, but again, Yamashita gets the shoulder up. Yamashita now dodging out of the way, goes to work. Kicks the thighs of Tiger Ramirez. Yamashita now grabbing onto the arm, wrenching back at an arm breaker, using his feet to leverage him off the canvas, putting extra pressure on Tiger Ramirez, and now a knife edge chop, and another one. Yamashita now firing back at Tiger Ramirez. Ramirez now off the ropes. Oh, what a hellacious super kick by Raiden Yamashita, just leveled Ramirez. Yamashita keeping the pressure on with those right-legged kicks, trying to take the base away from Tiger Ramirez. We've got a cover. Ramirez gets the shoulder up. These two have been pounding the crap out of each other for the past few weeks. Oh, Enziguri leveled to the side of the head of Ramirez by Raiden. That may be a fall right there. Tiger gets the shoulder up. At this point, folks, it's instinct between these two. The drive, the willpower. And again, these guys have been shaking hands after beating the snot out of each other night after night. Over the top rope goes Tiger, but he hangs on. Ramirez now on the apron. Yamashita in pursuit. Yamashita, DDT! On the apron, levels Tiger Ramirez. They might be friends, but they don't hold anything back in these matches, and Raiden Yamashita just proved that. And a single leg drop kick down the outside. Ramirez in a world of hurt. Yamashita again keeping the pressure on. Yamashita winds up and drives the shoulder of Ramirez into the outside arena floor. Collar number tie up, Tiger kicking away. Again, no count out, no disqualification in this match as well. Tiger now winds up and again sends Yamashita bouncing off the apron. Big right hand now by Tiger. Tiger with Yamashita. Tiger suplex on the outside. We saw that last night on Danger Zone. And again into the ring post. Tiger Ramirez trying everything he can now to get back in this match after Yamashita went on an absolute rampage of offense. And now both men getting back inside the ring. Ramirez on the ropes. Beautiful frog splash from Tiger Ramirez. Big right hand. Rolls him up. Textbook schoolboy. Almost a 3 count. Yamashita gets the shoulder up. Yamashita now with a counter. Stops away the midsection. And the cover now by Yamashita. Kick out by Ramirez. Good Lord, these two are quicker than the blink of an eye. Kick in the midsection now. Ramirez putting the pressure on. Slugging away. Yamashita fires back. Yamashita with an Irish whip. Shoulder tackle, no man going anywhere. Hoist him up. Northern Lights suplex dropping Ramirez on his head. Yamashita now in possession. Big time chop. Drop kick connects. Yamashita off the ropes. Big time clothesline. Levels Tiger Ramirez. Good Lord, the back and forth between these two. Ramirez fires right back. Drop kick now from Ramirez. Holy hell. Up on the top now goes Tiger. Frog splash. Counter the knees came up. Flash kick again from Tiger Ramirez. Connects and levels. Raiden Yamashita down to the canvas. Super kick now from Tiger, but he can't capitalize. He's exhausted. Right hand again from Tiger. Ramirez or Yamashita fires back, front face lock. Tiger fires back again. Ocean down from Yamashita. Off the super kick again, right to the chin of Tiger, who rolls underneath the ropes again. Unbelievable, these two. There has not even been a pin yet. Yamashita now on the outside, hoist him up. Suplex now on the outside. Yamashita continues to keep Tiger on his toes, and Ramirez continues to brutalize both these men, pouring their souls into this for the fans in attendance and bragging rights for the best of 7 series. Ramirez sent to the ring post again by Yamashita. Raiden winds up and ahead, into the head first, into the ring post. Ramirez sent back inside. Yamashita in pursuit. Yamashita now standing over Ramirez. Yamashita hoists him up. Yamashita driver connects. We got a cover. The first fall goes to Tiger, or goes to Raiden Yamashita. Ramirez rolling to the outside now, trying to catch his breath. Yamashita's going to want to keep the pressure on. Ramirez now sends him into the barricade. And now headlong. Ramirez now winding him up. Powerbomb on the outside. Ramirez now back in control of that quickly, but again you see him trying to stagger himself, trying to get his wits about him. Both of these men have to be absolutely exhausted. Ramirez throws him back inside. Yamashita now laying prone with the first pinfall. One more will pull it away for Yamashita. Tiger rolls through, hooks the arms. Tiger plex, an opening combination. Tiger Ramirez gets a fall. Just like that, we're all tied up. Tiger Ramirez, Raiden Yamashita continue to do this to one another. Flash kick again from Tiger. Makes a beeline. Right to the top rope. Tiger, flag splash connects. We've got another cover. This can solidify it. 2, kicked out by Raiden Yamashita. Good Lord, how much can these guys have left in the tank? Drop kick now by Tiger. Wraps him up again. Right hand. Schoolboy again by Tiger Ramirez. Shoulders are down. Kick out. Yamashita getting back to his feet. Ramirez dropping down. Got to be exhausted. Ramirez sends him into the corner. Ramirez trying to get the crowd behind him. Knife edge chop countered. Yamashita fires back. Big shot there by Tiger. Goes to the flash kick. Gets countered again by Yamashita. Yamashita now with a cover. 2. Kicked out again by Tiger Ramirez. So close. So close, these two. Tiger now. Beautiful tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Takes Yamashita over. These two are taking each other to a whole new level. Tiger now hoisting up Yamashita on the top rope. Big right hand now from Tiger. Yamashita almost staggering, almost falling off. Both men now on the top rope. What the hell is this? Holy cow! Both men come crashing down. Tiger Ramirez standing moonsault with Yamashita. We've got a cover. Unbelievable. Yamashita again gets the shoulder up. Uh-oh. Tiger in the corner. Tiger Ramirez looking for it. Tiger's tail in Sakuri. That could be it. We've got to cover again. And Yamashita again defying. Thank you for liking the stream. Ramirez now on the receiving end. Yamashita with a counter. Yamashita hoists him up. Southern Light suplex. Tiger Ramirez dumped on the side of his head. Raiden Yamashita now back in control. How the hell does Raiden Yamashita have enough to go in this match after the Tiger's tail enziguri? After being moonsaulted from the top rope, Raiden Yamashita now trying to get the crowd behind him. Ramirez shoves him back inside. Yamashita struggling to get back to his feet. Thank you for following enziguri by Tiger. Connects to the side of the head. Tiger again in the corner, looking for it another time. Tiger's tail enziguri again. Yamashita level. Ramirez. Tiger Ramirez pulls it off in an unbelievable marathon between these two outstanding XFW stars. Oh my dear Lord, what a battle. The best of 7 series coming to an end. Tiger Ramirez victorious. After Raiden Yamashita went up 3-0, Ramirez comes back with 4 victories.
Here is your winner.
What an absolute brutal back and forth contest. Both of these guys need to be put on a pedestal. They have brought us to a new level here in XFW. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed between those two, that was unimaginable. Tiger Ramirez, Raiden Yamashita, both of those men, I wish we could give them championships just for what they put on in the past 2 weeks. Best of 7 series. Unbelievable what those two guys just did. But ladies and gentlemen, we are not done yet. Ray Crash is now done. They both go for the tag team titles. I don't know what's next for both of those guys. I don't know what you could possibly do to top what they did in the past 2 weeks. 14 days, 7 matches, each one more epic than the next. Those guys truly, truly are outstanding. Willie Khan, thank you for following. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is our main event of the evening. Career versus career. Destroyer versus Eliminator. 2 monumental legends here in XFW. The championship not on the line. Careers are. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head to the ringside. Buckle up. This one is going to be brutal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Eliminator making his way out to ringside. The man that said he's going to take the Destroyer out of XFW.
The Eliminator.
And this match may end it will in fact end a career. There's the hellacious structure hanging above the ring, coming down out of the rafters now as the Eliminator enters the battlefield. Derek Smith and our audience saying he's nervous. The World Heavyweight, the fate of the championship lies on this match, and it's not even up for grabs. The Eliminator looking to take out the Destroyer. The Destroyer looking to continue his legacy here in XFW. The Eliminator now in the ring as we await the XFW World Heavyweight Champion. The Eliminator has waited for this for a number of months. He says he is here to stand there, ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Destroyer.
Weighing in at 321 pounds, 1
These two have been on a collision course for weeks. And last night, as XFW Danger Zone, our broadcast cutting out, we saw Assassin number 2, as he calls himself, laying in heavy shots to the Destroyer, repeatedly with chairs, getting themselves on purposely disqualified just to do extra damage to the Destroyer. So we're not exactly sure what condition the Destroyer is in tonight, but I can guarantee you mentally, he is ready to go. But this match will have instant ramifications tonight. And again, Sam Ford, the new Extreme Opportunity briefcase holder, may in fact cash it in if the Destroyer, I don't know if Sam Ford realized that as the structure now comes down. Here we go, folks. We are offering the Destroyer on the receiving end now, shoving away the Eliminator. And the Destroyer with a clothesline. The Eliminator now already down to the canvas. These two absolutely hate each other. They loathe each other. They have met time and time again here in XFW, but nothing has had the stakes that this match has on it right now. Over the top rope, already we go. The Eliminator sent to the outside arena floor. The Destroyer now in pursuit. There is not a lot of room to maneuver out there. The Destroyer already under the canvas, already with a baseball bat. Here comes the Eliminator telling him, now just taunting the Destroyer. Toby Barker, thank you for liking it. Ship right hand out for the Destroyer. And another one. Eliminator falling down. The Destroyer going right back to underneath the ring. And now a steel chair. The Destroyer trying for everything he can. Eliminator now sent into the cage. And again the Destroyer looking for anything he can underneath the ring. Now a table put inside. The Eliminator connects with the right hand. And a super kick. And now the Destroyer banked off this monumental structure. And now the Eliminator sent into the cage. Both of these men so brutal, so legendary here in XFW. And now the Eliminator blasted off the side of the cage. And again, that unforgiving steel structure. And the Destroyer again looking for anything and anything he can get from underneath that ring to cause damage and deal pain to the Eliminator tonight. But it damn well may backfire on him as the Eliminator himself, good Lord. Now we've got a camera at ringside. Both men now back in. Eliminator now in control, grabbing a handful the head of the Destroyer. The Destroyer set up. And across the throat. Goes to the Eliminator, crashing down on the Eliminator. Eliminator now putting damage in on the Destroyer. Shot after shot. The Eliminator now hoists him up. Over the top goes the Eliminator. The Destroyer turns it into a neckbreaker. Outstanding move by the Destroyer. Turning it around. Our replay guy cutting off a little early there. The Destroyer now taunting the crowd. Shots now by the Destroyer, repeating punches to the head of the Eliminator. And again, career versus career tonight for these two men. The Destroyer now in control, in the driver's seat. Eliminator countering. Right hand now by the Eliminator. And a clothesline again by the Destroyer. Levels the man in the black mask down. And another clothesline by the Destroyer. Hoists him right back up. And a third one. Oh, sorry, a second. Now a third. Good Lord. The Destroyer laying waste to the Eliminator. The crowd in capacity cheering on as the Eliminator looks to get up. Again, folks, this is not a pin or submission. This is last man standing. You got to keep your opponent down to the canvas for a count of 10. You have to do that much damage to keep your opponent down. And both these guys are amazingly tough. The Destroyer missing that clothesline. His own force taking him back down to the canvas. The Eliminator now capitalizing on that. Into the corner we go. The Eliminator tossing him back out. Eliminator on the middle rope. Shot right to the middle of the face of the Destroyer. The Eliminator now in the driver's seat. And now taunting the audience members at ringside as they cheer on the Destroyer. Eliminator, oh no. Eliminator now with a steel chair. And crashes it down across the chest of the World Heavyweight Champion. And now a shot across the back. The Eliminator looking to rid XFW of the Destroyer. Now that wooden table. Eliminator setting it up. Destroyer still laying prone. The referee was counting away the Eliminator, picking the Destroyer up and over the top rope and crashing the outside arena floor. The Eliminator back at it. Joe Garrett now again starting the count on the Destroyer as he lays prone. The Eliminator stacking 2 tables inside the ring. What the hell does that psycho son of a bitch have planned? The Destroyer with a counter sends the Eliminator crashing to the outside arena floor. Again, not much room out there to maneuver. Right hand now from the Destroyer. Eliminator again crashing against the steel structure. Destroyer now in a wind up. Sends him crashing over, almost into the steel steps again. Goes the Eliminator. These two may damn well kill each other tonight. Destroyer now on the receiving end. And they'll get another right hand as they... Oh! The Eliminator's head blasted. And off the apron. And now the Destroyer into the cage. And now the Eliminator grinding the face of the Eliminator off the cage. Look at the pressure here, folks. Look at the Eliminator, the relentlessness, the sheer torture, shoving the Destroyer's face into that cage like a cheese grater. And now right hand from the Eliminator, who's taking control of this match. The Destroyer now in pain, writhing on the floor, trying to get back to his feet. Super kick caught, and a big right hand by the Destroyer. Levels the Eliminator. And face first again into the steel cage. Not only will one career end tonight, folks, after a match like this, both these men may not be able to wrestle, damn near walk. Tomorrow night again, the Eliminator into that cage. And now into the steel steps. The Destroyer hell-bent on getting rid of the Eliminator. The Eliminator himself on a mission to retire the Destroyer. Eliminator now fighting back. Both men now stressing over, and again the Eliminator tossed back first into that steel cage. And now into the apron. And now the Destroyer's back into the apron at ringside. Both men making their way back inside. The Destroyer now destroying the baseball bat. Holy hell! The Eliminator just took a baseball bat right to the top of the head. How the hell is that bastard up? The Eliminator somehow getting back to his feet in the blink of an eye. Unbelievable. And that's how the Eliminator's had a career. How is he awake? How is he standing? How is he not down to a 10 count? Destroyer now on the outside. The referee making the count. The Destroyer down and out. This may be it, folks. Destroyer getting back to his feet. Eliminator back inside. Destroyer making his way in. The Eliminator front face locked down by the Destroyer. Hoist him up into a suplex. The Eliminator rolling right to the outside, trying to avoid more damage from the World Heavyweight Champion. Both men get on the outside in that very limited space. The Eliminator tossed to the ground again. A lot of damage these guys are putting each other through. A body can only take so much. The Eliminator now with a vicious right hand. Both men now circling the outside. Destroyer now with the right hand. Again, sends him into the barricade. Destroyer the kick to the midsection. Destroyer now hoist him up. Oh! Good Lord! The Destroyer just tossing the Eliminator with a powerbomb through the cage. They are now at ringside in front of the audience. Unbelievable. The Destroyer now with the Eliminator. Tossing him again at ringside. This is getting ugly. This is getting brutal. Both men now again punching away at each other. The Eliminator tossed again in the steel structure. What the bloody blue hell? No. Both these psychopaths now climbing the steel structure. Meanwhile, Joe Garrett is losing his mind in the ring. The Destroyer now on top of the cage. I don't know if this structure is meant to hold the 600 pounds of humanity that is currently on top of the ring. The Destroyer with a clothesline on the Eliminator. This is going to get ugly. The Destroyer now with the Eliminator. Hoist him up. Oh my God. Suplex on the top of this structure. This is not meant to hold weight on these two. Oh, no, 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 no. The Eliminator. Up. Oh, my God. It's starting to give way. It held up. It held up both these men on top of the cage. The Destroyer with the Eliminator. The Destroyer now standing over the Eliminator. Not again. Oh, the Destroyer holds him up. Holy hell! The Eliminator crashing down through 2 stacked tables through the top of the cage. What a monumental fall for the Eliminator. Oh my dear Lord. The Destroyer now dropping in, steel chair in hand. The Eliminator, he might be dead. The Eliminator crashing through the top of the cage through 2 stacked tables. The Destroyer now stalking over. The referee making the count. The Destroyer now telling the Eliminator to get up. Are you kidding? The Destroyer wins. The Destroyer can't even stand on his own records, but he won the match. Oh my dear Lord. The Eliminator crashing to the top of the steel cage and down through 2 stacked tables. Look at this fall again, folks. Boom, and then down through those tables.
Here is your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Champion remains. The Eliminator still laying motionless on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into XFW Sudden Death. We may have actually had our first death. The Eliminator finally moving, rolling towards the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our program for this evening. We hope you enjoyed it. The Destroyer victorious tonight on XFW Sudden Death. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for the likes, the shares. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for more XFW action. Hopefully you'll see us then. Goodbye.